I didn't see too many people talking about this, especially about Benavidez. That came out of nowhere. But yeah, that's a good topic to go over. Yeah, I thought Benavidez being in the situation he is, it'll be actually good for him. Yeah, the expectations are just high for Benavidez right now. I'm hearing what people saying, I'm seeing, but I'm not falling for it. I'm not gonna fall for it. My thing is, Canelo hasn't really been mentioned lately that much with anybody except Terrence Crawford. So why is all of a sudden people mentioning him with Benavidez now? Why we couldn't have that energy 2 months ago, 3 months ago? This man went up, fought one of the best 75s. It's an issue. That's boxing for you. It's crazy how Benavidez, he's expected to fight the best right now, and everybody's laughing about it. But when you tell people, when we sit up here and say, "Hey, we want to take the fight, this guy, that guy," it's a problem. But dudes is supposed to be the face of boxing. So why y'all treating guys like Benavidez like they're the face of boxing? Y'all got super high expectations for them. Is this something y'all need to tell us out here? Maybe it's something I'm missing. Yeah, the expectations is way higher for Benavidez right now than Canelo. Canelo don't gotta do nothing. He don't gotta stop a Triple G. I ain't heard nobody say, man, Canelo need to stop Triple G. He need to drop him, stop him, or something. Ain't that the same situation? See, here we go. We finna start something. Ain't that the same situation? With Canelo going up and fighting Triple G? Wasn't that fight a draw? That fight was a draw. Like, people can't even figure out who won the fight. They talking about Benavidez fighting Voza was a glorified sparring session. Psh, get out of here. Compared to what Canelo and Triple G fight? I know y'all ain't talking about the last one they had. The last fight Canelo and Triple G had, that didn't have more action than this fight right here. Well, let me see. Nah, that fight didn't have more action than this fight. Yeah, let's be honest about it. But I don't understand that because the same way with when Canelo fought Triple G the first time, it wasn't no blowout fight. So why would Benavidez be expected to go out there and just stop votes like because Benavidez did it? Then they like, oh yeah, Bivol stop him for sure. I'm hearing that people saying that Bivol stopped Benavidez and beat him because of the performance Saturday. Honestly, I don't know why everybody's changing their stance on it. Usually, when you know how the fight goes and how fighters are, you gonna stick to one side. You ain't gonna try to switch sides on it. I'm not gonna try to switch sides on it and be like, well, I'm gonna change from Benavidez. Nah, I don't do that. See, a lot of people do that recently, just like with the Liam Parr situation. All these fighters been getting upsets, and people acting like they knew it. Everybody was talking about Benavidez was finna stop this guy this weekend, and I said, nah, I don't think so. And I'm a fan of Benavidez. But Canelo ain't stopped Triple G, so let's quit acting like everybody goes up and just stop guys. Come on, man. Just because Benavidez stopped the guy, that don't mean nothing. That's elementary kind of ways of predicting fights. That's why everybody was surprised that Kambosos beat Teofimo because they're like, oh, Kambosos don't have knockouts. Everything's not about knockouts, man. We just seen guys get upset this weekend and got 100% KO rate and lost. So what are we talking about? Benavidez he was supposed to KO somebody. Like, no. Dudes is losing the jabs in upsets. I didn't see Canelo drop Triple G one time in 3 fights. I'm pretty sure if Benavidez fought the guy 3 times, he'll have more of a chance of dropping him than what Canelo did against Triple G because he ain't drop him. That last fight, I mean, Triple G was what, 40, 41? That was the best chance you could have. He was a shell of himself. So if you ain't knock him out by then, and we're talking about the power, and nobody was questioning Canelo's power. Nobody said, oh, man, he ain't knocked out Triple G or nothing, so nah. But the way they think now, they got high expectations for Benavidez. I mean, it's guys being called the face of boxing. If you say, hey, man, that guy, he needs to look spectacular and fight better opponents and this and this and this. But a guy like Benavidez, oh, he has to fight this guy. He didn't go out to fight Beterbiev. Bro, we got guys at 75 that ain't fought Beterbiev yet. Like, it's going to happen. I don't know why fans don't understand that. Like, it's certain fighters you don't have to ask them to fight people. They're going to do it regardless. Ain't nobody asked Benavidez to move up to 75. He moved up because he wanted to. He said he wanted to fight Bivol like a year and a half ago. Not everybody showing up like, yeah, you're supposed to do this. He's already going to do that. It's a fight. I mean, I can't believe they thought that guy Vozick, I guess they thought he was a bum or something. They talking about him like he ain't put guys in the careers already. Like, I don't understand what they're talking about. I'm confused on that. That dude was in the careers. And they sitting up here like Benavidez should have knocked them out or something. Knocked them out at 75? Bro, it's hard to knock a guy out at 75. Even Zerto wasn't getting KOs at 75. That's hard to do. So now they expect Benavidez to go up to 75 and do stuff that Zerto wasn't even doing. Yeah, go up and KO this guy, that guy. That's when fans talk like that, bro. That's the expectations ain't even the same across the board. Canelo don't even got that many knockouts in the last couple of fights. If we really go look it up, So they think Benavidez knocking out Vosic is the same thing as Canelo knocking out Sergey Kovalev. But we seen Andre Ward drop Sergey Kovalev. It made him fold. I mean, my measuring stick right now, the same way Canelo moved up to 60 to fight Triple G and then get a knockdown in 3 fights. And I ain't sit up here and say nothing about it. All these years I let it go. But people talking about, oh yeah, Benavidez, he's supposed to go up to 75 and stop Vosic. Nah, that don't make any sense. And Canelo and Golovkin was 41 years old, and you can't get a stoppage. And we just looked the other way and gave him a pass on that. So if Canelo gets a pass, he in his prime fighting what? Triple G at 40, 41. He don't get a knockdown or a knockout. We don't say nothing about it. But Benavidez comes and fights Vosic. Only been stopped once. He didn't end the careers. Ukrainian fighter. For some reason, people think he's just regular. Oh, yeah, you supposed to stop him. He looked good against you. Of course he did. I mean, he's only lost one fight in the pros. I mean, this ain't no bum. Like, what are we talking about? Then the guy that Benavidez fought, Kyron Davis, had the biggest upset, one of the biggest upsets on the card. So I don't understand that. He had one of the biggest upsets on the card, so I don't understand that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's Mimic. It's sad, bro. I'm confused, dog, because I've seen Canelo do this against Triple G 3 times, and nobody sat up here and said, "Man, Canelo should have KO'd that Triple G guy. He a bum." Like, bro, nobody. Like they're in fear of Benavidez. All of a sudden, Canelo couldn't get Munguia out of there, but all of a sudden, Benavidez gonna lose to Canelo. I heard people say Bivol beat Benavidez for sure. Then I heard them say, I mean, bring it on. I mean, Benavidez, that's a good problem for Benavidez. Okay. You know, if Benavidez did look bad, that'll help everybody make a fight easier. So whatever help him get an easier fight. I mean, get the fight faster. You know what I'm saying? If he look bad, they think he look bad. Okay, good. Jump in the ring. If you don't think he ain't that good, but it's just fear for real because they don't have a high expectations for other guys. Like they treat Benavidez like he the face of boxing or something. Just to be honest with you, I've heard people say they want to see Benavidez go to heavyweight, not even cruiserweight. Now, mind you, they skip cruiserweight. Yeah, we want to see him go to heavyweight and fight Usyk. All kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So the expectations for him is wild. Yeah, but Mimic right, man. The haters are just I didn't realize it was that bad till I looked up today. And I seen a whole bunch of people talking about how bad he looked. First of all, I didn't expect a knockdown. I bet on a decision. Because I knew this guy came to fight. I told everybody, Usyk came all the way across the world to see one of his friends fight. And the guy definitely was gonna show up, and he did. He boxed very well. Benavidez had to turn it up, but to say Canelo will stop him and all that, and he'll beat him, Canelo ain't gonna, man, he ain't finna stop no Benavidez. He couldn't stop Charlo. He couldn't stop John Ryder. Couldn't stop Munguia. Even though everybody say, oh, Munguia, he let Munguia off the hook. Okay. What if Benavidez left Bozak off the hook? So Canelo can let guys off the hook or carry them through a fight, but we ain't saying Benavidez. See, it's just hypocrisy all over the place. They making up so many things. Like I didn't even make a comment when they said Munguia got carried through the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like just making excuses. Oh yeah, Canelo ain't knock him out because he carried him through the fight. And if I go look up Canelo right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Canelo ain't had a knockout in 6 fights. Like, people don't even know it. Canelo ain't had a knockout in 6 fights, man. It's been 6 fights since he had a knockout. 6. And they want Benavidez to go out there and do what Canelo ain't done in 6 fights at a whole nother weight class. Yeah, man, it's just he don't got that many knockouts. And we've been giving Canelo ain't had a knockout in what? Like 5 or 6 fights. It's been 6 fights since he had a knockout. What, Caleb Plant? And we talking about Benavidez supposed to KO who? Why don't y'all say Canelo supposed to KO somebody? So Benavidez is supposed to go up to a whole nother weight class, KO somebody. Even though Canelo went up to a whole nother weight class, lost every round. Fought Triple G 3 times. No knockdowns. Callum Smith, no knockdown. Danny Jacobs, no knockdown. Chavez Jr., no knockdowns. I mean, come on, man. It's a lot of guys that went 12 rounds with this guy, and we just looked the other way. Can we please stop it? I don't know what these fans are talking about. Do these guys? I mean, a lot of people don't really know Canelo like that, but I do. Benavidez is a weight bully. Do you know that they said the night that Canelo fought Floyd Mayweather, you can go look it up, the fight, during the fight in the first round, they said that Canelo rehydrated to 170. So if Canelo rehydrated to 170, 168, 170, like against Floyd Mayweather, Canelo is a GOAT. He is a GOAT for who? For stopping Caleb Plant? That's the last person he stopped. He couldn't stop Bivol. He couldn't stop Triple G at 40 years old. He couldn't stop a 40-year-old Triple G, and he's the GOAT. Right? He couldn't stop a 40-year-old Triple G, and he's the GOAT. I'm asking because I don't know any fighters in America that can lose every round to Floyd Mayweather and Dimitri Bivol, and I'm gonna sit up here and call him a GOAT. Do you know any fighters from America that can lose only 2 fights? He beat Triple G. Who is Triple G? Who is Triple G? Triple G is just a guy who beat Danny Jacobs. Okay, it's a lot of people who beat Danny Jacobs. Not a lot, but we have other people that beat Danny Jacobs. So what? All people trying to match up Triple G and Canelo, that don't work for me. I'm a little smarter than that. If all we know about Canelo and Triple G is, oh, he fought Canelo, oh, he fought Triple G, that's it? Oh, okay. That's not a career. No knockdowns. No knockdowns. Them dudes ain't had no knockdowns in the fight. A fight is basically 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So these guys fought for 2 hours, basically. Because if you add in 40 minutes, that add up to about 120. So that's 2 hours. So these guys fought for 2 hours and they got no knockdowns. You're impressed by that? You think that's a GOAT? And you think Benavidez is a bum? He's a weight bully? Triple G was at the same weight class for 20 years. Do you want me to go get the years? Find the years right now that he was at 160? Triple G was at the same weight class for 20 years. Do you know how smart I am? You're part of the reason why I be getting shadow banned on here. No, you gonna leave now. Why you leaving? Why you leaving? Why you leaving? Why you leaving? See, these people are part of the problem. Mimic, you see how they got up out of here? Come on, man. I can't stand when people say that. Oh, he beat Triple G. So what? A lot of people beat Danny Jacobs. That's all he did. And Lemieux. Okay. Y'all thought David Lemieux was that guy. Stop it. I seen people say, man, I'm gonna watch that David Lemieux and Triple G fight. When I was a kid, I said, y'all finna watch David Lemieux and Triple G? I said in 20 years, in 10, 20 years, that's not gonna be a big fight. And 10 years later, that's not a big fight. It's not a big fight. Come on, man. It was an HBO fight. It's not a big fight. Triple G and Lemieux. Who finna take a whole day off in the middle of the summer right now to watch Triple G and Lemieux? You must not respect boxing. You just called Triple G. You just called Benavidez a weight bully, and you said I don't respect boxing because I'm not kissing Triple G's butt like the rest of you. You just called Benavidez a weight bully. I'm gonna go ahead and pin that up at the top. I don't respect boxing, but you just called Benavidez a weight bully. They got more respect. You are. Let me. I'm a guess and say you're not from America. Are you gringo? So are you a gringo? Because you're not from America. I mean, you're not from Mexico. I can see the whole mindset. I know real Mexicans. They're not sitting up here talking about, oh, well, guess what? If I'm in come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. I really know real Mexicans. I grew up across the street from Mexicans that's really from Mexico. I really do this. I know how Mexicans think. You're not from Mexico. You're probably Mexican, but you're not from Mexico. You because Triple G was at the same weight class for 20 years, and for you to say Benavidez is a weight bully, is Benavidez bigger than Canelo? Absolutely. Okay, he's bigger than Canelo. Wasn't Floyd Mayweather big? When Canelo bigger than Floyd Mayweather? They said on live TV. If y'all go back and listen to the first round, the first between the first and second round, it's gonna be in the first round of the Canelo and Mayweather fight. Listen to the commentary. They say on the commentary in the beginning of the fight, Canelo hydrated to 170. So Canelo hydrated to 170. So Canelo fought he fought Floyd Mayweather. He weighed 170. And we're gonna call Benavidez a weight bully. Oh, I'm taking notes and learning right now. Cause I'm finna cook you. You said no way Tank beats the Matrix. I mean, I don't know if Triple G is in his prime still right now. Triple G is he ended up stopping Cambosa, so he still got it. But you know, he only been fighting like once a year, so I don't know if Lomachenko still. If it would have been last year, yeah, I would have picked Lomachenko. I don't know. I know Lomachenko outboxed him, but I don't know if he'd be able to handle that power a little bit. He said it'd take him a while to heal. You said Loma? Tank ain't finna fight Loma, bro. We've been waiting on Tank to fight Loma we've been waiting on Tank to fight Loma for 5 years or 7 years. Well, I have. I don't know how long y'all been watching Lomachenko. But I've been waiting on Tank to fight Lomachenko 5 years ago. This is old news. That's why I said we ain't gonna never get no fights and the fans keep showing up to the party late. You know what I'm saying? We let everybody talk about Tank versus Shakur Stevenson last year. So to talk about Lomachenko, right? Lomachenko just said he almost retired last year. So technically he's not even supposed to be fighting Tank Davis right now. So I'm not even gonna ask him to do that. But yeah, I would like to watch the fight, but a semi-retired Lomachenko, I mean, I'm not finna put 500 on a semi-retired Lomachenko. You said Tank ain't fighting nobody. Tank is doing exactly what Canelo taught these guys to do. I don't know if everybody know that. Y'all might be Canelo fans in here, but I'm Alex. I know you probably like Canelo, but the truth gonna be the truth. Uh, Tank do the same thing Canelo do. Canelo's showed Tank Davis what to do. He do rehydration clauses just like Tank. He ain't fighting nobody the fans ask for, just like Tank. Um, what else? He fighting in the weight classes he want to, because he'll move up like Canelo moved up to 75. Tank moved up to 40. And what did Canelo and Tank do? Move back down. So Canelo and Tank doing the same thing. If you're a fan of Canelo, but you're not a fan of Tank, it probably has something to do with something else that has nothing to do with boxing. But both of those guys do the same thing. So if we really know boxing, then we'll understand that. But if you just don't like Tank, then you can just say that, because it has nothing to do with boxing. Canelo ain't had a knockdown in the last 6 fights. So if you're a fan of Canelo, you definitely gonna be a fan of Tank, because Canelo made all this stuff normal. Turkey Al-Sheikh, you see Turkey Al-Sheikh stepped in. Everybody is fighting with Turkey Al-Sheikh except Canelo and Tank. So what are we talking about? Is this a conversation we really want to have? Come on now. Everybody, Canelo doing the Floyd Mayweather thing. I heard everybody say for the last 20 years, all Floyd Mayweather care about is money. Canelo get in a position where he can finally run boxing, change boxing, make boxing better, make boxing better in America and Mexico. He getting all his credit for boxing. Knockdown or not, Canelo is a great boxer. I didn't say that. Y'all the ones talking about Floyd Mayweather don't get knockdowns. What are we talking about? I ain't never complained about Floyd Mayweather not getting knockdowns in fights for the last 20 years. What are you talking about? Who was saying that? Canelo fans was sitting up here talking about Floyd don't get knockdowns. What? Huh? Have you ever heard Floyd Mayweather fans complaining about he don't get knockdowns? I'm asking for a friend. Don't tell me about no knockdowns. Y'all the ones running around crying about Benavidez and get a knockdown this weekend. That ain't got nothing to do with no knockdowns. Benavidez the one who didn't get one knockdown. Now everybody losing their mind. Oh, he can't beat Canelo. Canelo ain't getting no knockdowns either. If Munguia would have jabbed the whole fight, Canelo would have lost. But Canelo started jabbing, because I'm a real boxing fan. None of y'all diehard Canelo fans, I ain't seen none of y'all make a video and say how impressed y'all was with Canelo throwing a jab. But guess what? I did, because I really know boxing. Make-believe fans? What are you talking about, make-believe fans? Girl, I'm taking it easy on you right now. Right now, I can really go in. What are you talking about? Ain't that the same Canelo y'all said that he didn't want to fight on PBC, but he ran over to PBC after he got through fighting John Ryder and Rocky Fielding? So you want to pay $100? So you think that's why I said quit being. You're a fan of Canelo. You're not a boxing fan, because when ain't no fans in America paying $100 to watch Floyd Mayweather fight no Rocky Fieldings, no Frank Martins, none of that. Back in the day, y'all said, "Oh, we want to see him fight Canelo. He need to move up 2 weight classes, and he need to move up to this, and he need to fight Pacquiao and all the other stuff." But as soon as Canelo and Tank become the man, y'all want to have kid gloves on. I ain't trying to hear nothing about no make-believe fans. Y'all the ones who don't want to see your favorite fighter fight the best. You messing up his resume. His resume looks trash right now. Trash. Most of the guys Canelo fought, they either retired or they ain't fighting nobody right now. Am I lying? Like I said, what Billy Joe Saunders at? You. That's what I'm talking. I'm talking to you. You talking make believe fans. What I'm adding stuff from make believe fans. This is what I'm saying facts. What are you talking about? Make believe. I'm making up stuff. What are you talking about? I'm making up that Canelo ain't had a knockout in what? His last 6 fights, he ain't had a knockout. Canelo ain't had a knockout in his last 6 fights. It's been 3 or 4 years since he had a knockout. He ain't had a knockout since 2021. And you talking about what? Benavidez a weight bully? So So you come on here talking about Benavidez weight because you used to Canelo knocking out Amir Khan at 47, a little 147 Amir Khan. You used to seeing Canelo and Triple G destroy these 147s instead of fighting these guys at 54 and 60. And you think you know boxing enough to actually come on here and try to dispute what I'm saying? Come on, man. You used to watch a Canelo fight 147s and you want to disrespect other people's fighters, call people weight bullies. Do you think Floyd Mayweather is little as hell? Floyd Mayweather smaller than Oscar De La Hoya. And you sitting on here, let's go. I don't know what you're talking about. Floyd Mayweather is little as hell. And he's smaller than Oscar De La Hoya. And he fought 170-pound Canelo. That's why I said I hate that Floyd even fought Canelo. I hate that Canelo lost every round to Floyd, and Floyd wasted his time fighting Canelo. So Canelo can hang around and feel like he better than everybody. Quit acting like Canelo has beat Floyd. Quit acting like Canelo beat Floyd Mayweather. How about that? You came out here talking about Triple G. Don't tell me about bringing up no damn Floyd. You came out here talking about Triple G. Quit acting like Canelo Alvarez beat Floyd Mayweather. Quit acting like Canelo Alvarez beat Floyd Mayweather. That's all I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear none of that. Quit acting like Canelo Alvarez beat Floyd Mayweather. That's it. I don't want to hear none of that. I'm good on that. Nah, that's disrespectful to say Benavidez is big and he a weight bully. He already moving up in weight. What are we talking about? That's very disrespectful. We didn't let Canelo walk around and be a weight bully the whole time. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. When did he knock him down? What are we talking about? When did he knock him down? When did he knock him down? Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop pushing narratives, man. Y'all acting like Canelo 50-0. It's been going on in boxing too long. That's why this Matias fans that was over here 2 months ago, and I was on my live just like I am now, and I said, hey man, Matias could lose the Paro. Oh, I don't like what you said. Unsubscribe. Guess what? I won a boatload of money, and your ass is unsubscribed somewhere else. So look how stupid these Matias fans is. They got mad at me for saying Paro could possibly beat Matias. When they were sitting around here saying Paro is a duck. So look how crazy these fans is. I don't need 100. I don't need 100 people in my chat when I'm sitting around here getting a boatload off of people's ignorance. What am I talking about? I won money because people thought that Liam Parr was a bum. If they thought he was so great, the odds would have been better. You said Frank can beat Tank. Okay. And guess what? He was in the fight for 8 rounds, and Tank needed a knockout. What are we talking about? And he been boxing for 12 years. He started boxing at 17. Do you know any 17-year-olds that's in professional boxing right now that started at 17 years old? That's at the level that Frank Martin is? I'll wait. Let me know. I don't care what country. It could be Mexico, China, Russia, Ukraine. Tell me one boxer right now that started at 17 and he's at the level. Shoot, you should be giving me credit for sitting up here saying how good Frank Martin is. That's what you actually should be saying. Oh, you said Tank Martin. You should be giving me credit. Like, hey, you did. Because he did. But guess what? I still picked Tank Davis for a knockout. I got the receipt. I picked Tank Davis for a knockout. But at the same time, Tank Davis, you can do the same thing to Tank Davis. You can do it to the Canelo with Bivol. The same thing Canelo did with Bivol, it can happen to Tank. Yeah, Frank Martin, he just didn't have the experience. If Tank knew that, if he would have been on them bright lights like 2 or 3 times, Frank Martin would have been good. But it wasn't the bright lights, but he knew the mistakes he made, so he probably was just moving too fast. But yeah, he did a good job. But like I told people, Eastside Cruz was the toughest fight Tank had. And that was a late replacement. So a lot of these guys toughest fights. Oh no, Frank could have let his hands go. He could have let his hands go. Esau Cruz was on the front foot. He could have let his hands go. He could have let his hands go. Esau Cruz was on the front foot. Tank could have let his hands go. I told people about Cruz too. They said Cruz was gonna get knocked out. I said no, sir. Now Frank Martin. What you mean? What about Cruz? What's hilarious about Esau Cruz? What you mean I'm hilarious? Cruz a beast. He said that was the toughest fight. He just said it. What, 2 days ago? That's my toughest fight I had, Esau Cruz. He just said it. I'm telling you, man, this year, all it's gonna do is expose all these fan bases. You don't see not one Matias fan that sat up here with me going in my chat, going in my neck the last couple of months. Say, you know what, man, I apologize. I did a whole live Friday saying, I don't know. I'm thinking about picking Matias, but I think Paro possibly can win. Nobody sat up here and said, yeah, I think so, man. They like, nah. Trying to tell y'all. The expectations are different though. It's sad, man. I wouldn't want to put a young guy in boxing right now. The way Benavidez is getting treated. I mean, if you're trying to fight the best and you getting laughed at because of that, that's pretty embarrassing. I'm just gonna be real. This might be the only country that laughs at the young guys for trying to fight the best. This might be. And if that's true, if that's normal, if that's what's going on, yeah, embarrassing. We're already letting guys like Matias call people chicken at 140. Now that's the deepest weight class we got in America. But we let everybody come in and say, yeah, Matias the boogeyman. He chicken. Everybody chicken. You said Canelo not the best. The best of what? The best of what? You said Canelo is a GOAT. A GOAT and being the best is two different things. I said name me a fighter from America who can have 2 losses where they lose every round and they can still be considered a GOAT, because I don't know one. I said if he is a GOAT, he will be the first one. You understand what I'm saying? Because all we can carry right now is, okay, he had 3 fights with Triple G that equal up to about 2 hours, no knockdowns. And we laughing about Benavidez moving up 1 weight class and going 12 rounds, but Canelo had 3 fights with Triple G. Then one of those Triple Gs was 40 years old, and he couldn't make the guy touch the ropes, the canvas, nothing. No standing 8 count, nothing happened. The expectations is low for Canelo. Benavidez got way higher expectations. Canelo ain't had a knockdown since Caleb Plant. That was 6 fights ago. That was 6 fights ago. And if I want to make an excuse for Caleb Plant, I can say this. Hold on, let me go back. He fought Canelo. So that's 9. So he had basically fought twice in 21 months before he fought Canelo. 2 fights in basically 2 years before he fought Canelo. He said this clown lying. Floyd lost on a judge card. That's why I said, bro, I know you. That's how I know you a little dude. That's how I know you a kid. That's how I know you wasn't born. That's how I know you wasn't born. That's how I know you wasn't born when Floyd was fighting. That's how I know McGregor or somebody got you in the boxing. First of all, you saying Loma is the king of 135, and Loma lost to Cambosis, and then y'all sit up here and say, well, Loma, he beat Haney. Why ain't nobody asked for Loma to fight Tank after he so-called beat Haney last year? Why was I the only one saying it? Where was you at when Lomachenko said that Tiafimo, the judges cheated for Tiafimo. Did you know that happened? Look at the bottom of the screen. Mr. Loma the King at 135. Since I'm a clown. Did you know that happened? Since you're a super Loma fan and you don't know how much boxing I know. Since you're a super Loma fan and you don't think I know boxing, accept my challenge to get slayed right now. Did you know that Lomachenko said that the judges cheated for Teofimo Lopez Jr.? Since you believe everything the judges say? Since you believe everything the judges say, you said the judges had Floyd losing. The judges had Floyd losing. So do you believe, since you think Loma is the king of 135, do you believe that your king got cheated by Teofimo Lopez, top rank, and the judges? Because that's how they basically trying to make a scene. Okay, this is an article. He said this with his own words. I didn't type this. I just copied and pasted this. Okay, all right, Lisa. Mr. Loma, why you sitting there talking about facts? So I lost the argument. I haven't even started the argument. What am I arguing about facts for? That's what I'm saying. I'm not finna argue about facts. What are we talking about? He said facts, man. You're in your feelings. That's how we know. I'm in my feelings because Lomachenko's in his feelings. I never said that Teofimo lost and I got cheated. Lomachenko said that. Lomachenko said he's in his feelings. He said that the judges cheated him. He said this guy, when he is on an emotional, when he gets owned in the chat, bro, the chat don't never own me. The chat don't never own me. I just seen Tyson Fury get his ass kicked. And none of these guys, I like when y'all show up because that just let me know that trolls follow me. But ain't nobody owning me in no chat. What are you talking about? Own what? If y'all win some bets, you can own some houses. You don't own nothing. What are we talking about? Are y'all probably the same guys that been betting on Canelo for a KO the last 5 fights, and he ain't had no KOs? How am I ignoring facts? I just said to you, Fimo. Let's go back to the fact I had up here. Vasily Lomachenko accuses judges for, and matter of fact, since these guys, I don't let guys like that hang around. So yeah, we can keep it. Yeah, I might block you later on, Loma, just depending on how you respond, because I don't do. This dude talking about, why would I keep that guy around? Obviously, people don't think I know, but I know people want to hang around and steal my information and get facts, and then that dude, he be going on an emotional tirade in the chat. No, I don't. I just don't like people saying that all kind of crazy stuff. Me and the girl Lisa was just sitting here talking. What a Loma is king at 135 at? Talking about we having an argument. This dude said 3 comments and talking about we having an argument. Who is this child? You said he blocking comments. The kid can't take the truth. Okay, let me explain this before. First of all, the guy says I was on an emotional tirade, but I'm the same guy who said Vasily Lomachenko was gonna fight Kambosos around this time last year. Well, not this time last year, around August, September. Around August, September, I also said that Tank Davis could possibly fight Frank Martin last year. I also said last year that Zepeda could possibly fight Lomachenko last year. I also said that Tank Davis was not going to fight Shakur Stevenson or Lomachenko last year. Do we want to keep going on? We want to keep going? Huh? Was I telling the truth when I said Tyson Fury ain't that good? And only have 1 like on the video? Not everybody don't like Tyson Fury? Bro, y'all don't. What are you talking about? I never seen y'all before a day in my life. A day in my life, I've never seen y'all. This Alex guy, he just pops up with a Tank and Canelo picture and says random things. I never seen y'all before. Why would y'all just lurking in the bushes? This Lisa lady, me and her just talked, and I didn't block her. You know how many people that's been through my video? I only blocked like 10 people on my video on my channel. I've only had like 10 people blocked. They don't even know that. Are we gonna talk some boxing? Or what's going on? You got a Tank and Canelo picture up there together, but you got this dude Loma talking about some Tank ain't like Canelo. When Tank and Canelo do rehydration clauses, they go up one weight class, move back down, they pick who they want to fight, they turn turkey out the sheet down. But I don't know boxing. Why would I? Who you're a fan of Canelo? You got a Canelo picture up here, Alex Doll. You don't want me to go over that last name, but oh, these Canelo fans coming in here. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, welcome all. So yeah, these Canelo fans, it makes sense now. So Canelo best fight is Triple G. So Triple G the best fight that Canelo had. Oh, I'm not gonna block y'all. Oh no. They want me to block them. Yeah. So what y'all wanna save about Canelo today? Huh? What y'all wanna save about Canelo? That he what? Has had a knockdown since 2021? Let's go ahead and put that up there. Oh, let me tell you what else Canelo said. Canelo said this about Ryan Garcia. Let me tell you about your king, Canelo. He said Ryan Garcia is ungrateful. He accomplished nothing. He owes Eddie Reynoso money and won't pay. He won't beat Tank. But I don't know boxing, and I just like, yeah. Let's go through that. Oh, what did Ryan Garcia said? I feel like in my heart I'm the face of boxing. So if Ryan Garcia feel like he the face of boxing, what does that mean about Canelo? Is Canelo still the face of boxing? Ryan Garcia didn't say one of the faces of boxing. He said I'm the face. And you guys are talking about arguing. Arguing about what? I won my bet against Matias this weekend, the boogeyman y'all been talking about. You know that boogeyman y'all been talking about that lost this weekend? I won money on that. You know one of my favorite fighters, Benavidez. I don't think he KOs everybody. I won on decision this weekend. I'm not fanned out like y'all. Canelo ain't had a knockout in six fights. Relax. Y'all paying $100 for a glorified sparring session. Canelo used to spar Munguia. And y'all paying $100 to watch that. So who really fanned out? You lost on Russell though. I didn't even put much on the Russell fight because I knew Pulo was a good fighter. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Are you one of those fans that seen Canelo fight Triple G 3 times and you didn't know who won the fight? Oh man, nobody care about how y'all feel about somebody being emotional, man. That's good. Because these other channels ain't emotional. They telling y'all about how Ryan Garcia passed the drug test. Go watch some other channels that told you Ryan Garcia was negative in the B sample and all that. I know where y'all come from. Go watch them channels that were telling y'all about Ryan Garcia and all that other stuff. We know real facts. I'm the guy who picked Pitbull to go 12 rounds with Tank Davis when y'all didn't know who Pitbull was. After Pitbull lost at 22, 23 years old. Pitbull fought Tank Davis at 22, 23 years old, went 12 rounds. That's the guy I am. Absolutely. Absolutely. And y'all worrying about Gary Russell. Gary Russell, I'm not a super fan of Gary Russell Jr. or anybody. I mean, he's a boxer. I'm a fan of all boxers. I don't lose it when a guy loses. What are you talking about? I'm the guy who was sitting up here a fan of Pitbull before y'all was though. But y'all know boxing though. I bet Pitbull one of y'all favorite fighters. Why? Oh, he went 12 rounds with Tank. Yeah, exactly. Come on, man. Stop it. Y'all fans at the end of the day. Y'all don't show up until one of these guys look good against Tank or somebody. I don't know who y'all been watching, but go listen to them guys who've been telling y'all about that B sample about Ryan Garcia for the past 3 months. We talking boxing over here. If you don't know, Canelo ain't had a knockout since 2021. You don't need to be talking about who's emotional and who don't know boxing. Yeah, oh no, no, Mimic. Triple G, and let me give my dog Mimic a wrench. What's going on? And then let me tell you about Triple G. Triple G, these fans are Triple G fans. See, when Triple G went away, they went to Canelo's side. So Canelo's side is full of Triple G fans. The fans in Mexico, they're trying to replace Canelo with Pitbull. So she said Pitbull overrated. She's not from Mexico. In Mexico right now, inside the country of Mexico, they're trying to pick Pitbull as the face of boxing for Mexico right now. Not Julio Cesar, not Chavez, but Martinez, not Canelo, not Munguia. They want Pitbull to be the face of boxing right now in Mexico. Who Pitbull beat? Tank Davis just said Pitbull was his toughest fight. So if Pitbull is a bum, then guess what? One of these faces of boxing guys ain't beating nobody. So you prove my point. Pitbull, he's only 25 years old, and he fought Tank Davis at 22, 23, and Tank Davis almost 30 years old. So what are we talking about? Pitbull beat the same guy that y'all got that got everybody yelling about Tank Davis. He just beat Rolly Romero, and he did it worse. He could have stopped Rolly Romero in the first round if the referee didn't take his time breaking up the clinches. I just said Rolly Romero. What are we talking about? You said answer the question. I just said Rolly Romero. Did everybody else hear me say Rolly Romero, or did I not just say Rolly Romero? Or what's going on? Rolly? He stopped Gamboa. He's the only person that stopped Gamboa. What are we talking about? Pitbull is the only person to stop Gamboa. What's funny about that? Does anybody else see why that's funny? I'm confused. Gamboa is old and injured? Okay. Okay. How so what was Triple G when Canelo fought him at 40 and he retired right after that? Triple G last fight was Canelo. So what was Triple G? Because you know I really know boxing, right? So what was Triple G last? I'm asking. Cause when Triple G fought Murata, I ain't see everybody paying for pay-per-view to watch Murata versus Triple G. I didn't see that. And then guess what it says? The IBF title on the line for Golovkin, but not for Murata. So they ain't even know Triple G was gonna beat the guy. Yeah, but Mimic, he ain't get. I'm gonna show you what happened. Yeah, Pitbull didn't get a real big following until after. I'm gonna tell you something else, Mimic. Glad Mimic just said that. Triple G got more fans. I mean, Pitbull got more fans after the Rolly fight than he did a Tank fight. He just got 1 million followers online off that Rolly Romero fight. So that just goes to show me that not as many people knew Tank around that time as they do right now. Because if y'all notice, a lot of people that watch Tank now, they say, "Oh, I gotta go back and watch that Pitbull fight." Go back to Pitbull and Tank Davis fight and look at the comment section and see what everybody's saying. Canelo could never survive in America. We don't do that over here. That's why we get so much backlash now. We're not finna throw all our fighters to the side because we just want to support one guy. Oh, Tank Davis, you know, he better than everybody else. No, we don't do that. No, you got to fight these guys. Pitbull ain't even got a jab. Canelo just started using his jab his last fight. Canelo ain't used that jab in years against Munguia. And that just goes to show you that Canelo actually knows how to use the jab. So that's even worse. And Pitbull does have a jab. What are we talking about? Pitbull, You think Pitbull was just throwing hooks against Tank Davis? What? Pitbull ain't got a jab. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know where you been watching boxing at, but these folks, they stealing money from you. If you would have been watching me, you would already know that Liam Parr had a chance. I put out 5 videos saying Liam Parr got a chance. I mean, I can't put the money in your hand. Dang. I mean, what else you want me to do? Can anybody put all these other channels down that said that Gary Russell and the Puyo and all these other guys and Liam Parr? What are these channels that they be so right all the time? Yeah, these guys ain't that good. Come on, man. Pitbull ain't got a jab. So how he let? So you telling me Tank Davis a guy last 12 rounds with Tank Davis who ain't got a jab? Bro, every fight don't need a jab. That's probably the fights you seen Pitbull and he ain't use a jab. He probably didn't need it. Against Rolling, he ain't need no jab. Pitbull walk in high straight guard, no head movement, no footwork. Canelo, but you're a Canelo. What? You a Canelo fan and you said Pitbull got high guard, swing, no head movement, not footwork. What footwork Canelo got? Oh, okay, man. Triple G footwork was better than Canelo's in the fight. What are we talking about? Oh, man, come on. I don't know what y'all be watching. Now we saying Triple G. For some reason, Triple G was on that pound for pound after all those Canelo losses. But for some reason, Canelo footwork was just that good. Tank was hurt. Did you see his hand? Bro, you know how many people been hurt in the fight? They hand? You know how many people had? Shakur Stevenson hand was just hurt last year. And nobody gave Shakur Stevenson excuses. That excuse is gone too. Did y'all hear anybody out here saying Shakur Stevenson's hand was hurt, so that's why he looked bad? I got on my live and I said he should have broke that hand, or whatever you got to do. You should have used that hand like you were doing later on because of the circumstances. He was in Vegas in a football stadium. You say you did hear people making excuses for Shakur Stevenson's hand, but guess what though? It wasn't enough because guess what? I don't hear nobody asking for Shakur to fight Tank. I don't hear nobody asking for Shakur Stevenson to fight Tank. For some reason, Shakur Stevenson just got a belt at 35, and they asked Lomachenko to fight Shakur Stevenson. That don't make any sense. And that's excuses too. Like, that's my thing. And that goes to show every boxer got an excuse after they lose or after they look bad or something. Shakur Stevenson ain't used that excuse. Look at Lomachenko. Oh, the judges got me for the Teofimo loss. Excuses. Then everybody be like, man, we looking for an excuse for Devin Haney to say. I know boxers who have said worse stuff than Devin Haney. And I ain't see Teofimo fail no drug test. I ain't see Lomachenko fail no drug test. No, Tank ain't avoiding Shakur Stevenson because he sparred him already. That's not avoiding in my eyes. Him not fighting him right now, yeah, that's a problem. But everybody but y'all gonna save him by bringing up Lomachenko right now. You should have brought up Lomachenko last year. Now Lomachenko saying, man, I was thinking about retiring last year. Oh yeah, we want to fight Loma now. Nah, I don't play them type of games. You gonna fight somebody at their best or not at all? So no, he ain't avoiding him. He sparred him already. Now Benavidez setting up a sparring match with Canelo. I got a video coming out soon where Canelo turned down a sparring match between him and Benavidez. They were supposed to spar. Then he canceled it. So Shakur Stevenson, he didn't spar Tank already. But Canelo, he didn't even spar Benavidez. So that's another level of scary. Ain't nobody finna. If Canelo said to Terrence Crawford right now, let's spar, Terrence Crawford be like, all right, let's go. Canelo like, nah. But everybody said Canelo be sparring heavyweights. He was sparring Frank Sanchez. Yeah, Canelo found out Bivol got a jab. That's why Canelo don't touch that fight. You said Benavidez a weight bullet? No, like I said, if Canelo would have beat Floyd Mayweather, nobody would have brought up the fact that Canelo was 20 pounds heavier than him. So at the end of the day, it don't matter. Canelo was a 170 in that fight. I ain't heard nobody call Canelo a weight bully. So you okay with? So you giving Triple G full credit? So you know what's crazy? Triple G was at 160 for 20 years, and y'all put him on a pound for pound list. But you call Benavidez a weight bully. Now Benavidez is actually moving up right now. See, Benavidez could have fought the young guys instead of trying to fight Vozick and Beterbiev and Bivol. But for some reason, that's a bad thing. That's why Canelo got boxing where it is now. That's why Canelo got boxing where it is. That's why people in Mexico right now is asking Pitbull to fight the tough guys. Why y'all think Pitbull went straight into the Rayo fight? He's not playing no games. He's not. They want him to make the big fights. And we seen Canelo lose a couple of times, so I don't want to hear about a guy like Cruz losing. So what? Make a big fight. Let's do that. You said he couldn't wobble the guy. Bro, that guy ended careers at 175. That's why I said y'all seen Beterbiev put him down. Beterbiev didn't even stop it. He dropped him and everything, but it was a TKO. Y'all acting like he put him to sleep or something. And it was like the 10th round. I mean, that happens. It happens. What are we talking about? That just shows y'all don't know how good Vozick was. A lot of people pick him to actually win the fight. So a guy who going into the Hall of Fame only got one loss. Lost to a guy with 100% KO rate. Benavidez goes out there, goes 12 rounds with him. I mean, he went 12 rounds with Caleb Plant. What's the problem? Did you know that he went 12 rounds with Caleb Plant, or did you start watching him after that? Did you start watching him until Canelo started getting mentioned with him? Did you start watching Benavidez before Mike Tyson called him Mexican Monster, or after? Most likely after, right? Most likely after, right? Do you know that Benavidez was sparring Triple G at 15 years old, or do I gotta go pull that picture up again? I did a video on it. But y'all be talking about what I say in my comment section and all that other stuff. Man, I done seen dudes sit around here, a lot of y'all for months. Y'all ain't made no money off these dudes talking about all these narratives they've been pushing, talking about people as boogeymen and boxing and all that other stuff. Canelo gonna knock out this guy. Ain't knocked nobody out in the last 5 fights. Like, waste your time somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Triple G beat Danny Jacobs. Now all of a sudden, somebody else beat Danny Jacobs. It's not a big deal. Triple G beat Danny Jacobs. Then it's like, oh yeah, he's ready. Come on, man. To be honest with you, a lot of people felt like Danny Jacobs beat John Ryder that last fight. Benavidez was big enough at 15 to be. This is disgusting. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You think 15-year-olds are just out here sparring Triple G, who was a pro? Triple G who was in his prime. He was already a pro. Triple G. You telling me? Bro, Triple G was almost 30 years old. And this lady just said a 28, 29-year-old Triple G should be sparring Benavidez because he was big at 15 years old. That is the most casual fact I ever heard in my life. Please don't say that out loud again. Please. Please don't say that again. You said wait, a 15-year-old? You think a 15-year-old could compete with Triple G? You really just proving these guys ain't that good, man. They really not. Not that good. Not that good. Not that good. I didn't hear nobody making a fuss about John Ryder when he was about to fight. Just say you're scared of Benavidez, and that's it. I mean, it's no big deal, man. Lisa, I know you're not in Mexico right now. In Mexico, they don't want to see. They didn't want to see Munguia versus Canelo, but we was nice. We were nice about it, but we didn't want to see Canelo versus Munguia. You heard anybody talking about Munguia since he lost to Canelo? What's the next fight y'all want to see from Munguia? Nothing, right? Exactly. Everybody want to see Pitbull fight. Like I said, he's a bigger name in Mexico right now. I'm gonna do an article that I got where he said he's ready to take. They keep asking him, "Hey, so how you feel about being the next guy up to replace Canelo as the face of Mexico?" He's trying to be nice about it. He's like, "Well, when Canelo's ready to give up that spot, I'll be ready." They like, "Nah, when you gonna do it now?" I think Pacheco will probably fight Berlanga first. That fight could happen. I said last year that fight would happen next year early, but I'm probably thinking that Pacheco fight probably happen later on next year, probably October, September or something next year. I don't think it's gonna happen soon though. I think Pacheco need a couple of more fights on him, just to see some different styles. You know how the pro game is. That's it. He gonna fight Berlanga before he fight Munguia though. From what I heard, as far as the plans. Yeah, I'm hearing that. I ain't want to make an official announcement yet because when I did the Rayo versus De Los Santos fight, it was a rumor, but that fight was actually supposed to happen. Rayo said that he was actually supposed to fight De Los Santos this Saturday that just passed. But they offered him to fight against Pitbull for the belt. So he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take the belt. Why not fight for a belt?" So he's fighting for the belt against Pitbull. So and Andre was supposed to be on the same card, but so I ain't want to make no announcement. But I think that's a good fight. I think that's a good fight. A lot of people expected Charlo before that, but Charlo ain't fighting, so it's not in condition to fight right now, so it's not gonna happen. But that's a good matchup. They built both similar styles. Uh, it's gonna be a good fight. Definitely a good fight. I'm ready to see Caleb Plant get back in the ring too, and Andre. They've been out too long. But you know, PBC got the cards and stuff. But it's gonna be an excellent fight. Yeah, I would have rather seen Caleb Plant rematch of Canelo than Triple G. Caleb Plant tried to actually win the fight. He was up on the rounds and everything. Y'all notice how Caleb Plant was boxing Canelo better than Triple G was? See, again, when Caleb Plant was boxing against Canelo, you didn't have to figure out, oh, well, who's winning the fight? I think it's a draw. That's why Canelo went out there and knocked him out. But against Triple G, it's too much. Oh, well, I don't know who won this round. That's because they just sparring. That's it. That's why. You look at how Fandor and Tim Tszyu was fighting. That fight was on a whole nother level past what Canelo and Triple G was doing. And I keep telling people that, but people think it's about the names and everything else. Like, okay. history's gonna prove that that name stuff it's gonna get a lot of people in bad positions. If you look at Triple G right now, Canelo just having that name on his resume, it's not gonna hold up in 10 or 15 years from now. It's really not. Because all people gonna remember is, oh, the Floyd thing. And I noticed it too. I used to type in Canelo's name, Floyd Mayweather pop up, Bivol pop up. Then it was Caleb Plant. So I'm like, okay, now it's Charlo. So the biggest wins that people like is Charlo and Caleb Plant more than Triple G win. But y'all might not believe that because of the numbers and everything else. But okay. All right. I'll give y'all a hint to why. You notice how many people knew who Caleb Plant was when he fought Benavidez after Caleb Plant fought Canelo? So how many people knew who Caleb Plant was, right? I'm just putting that out there. Because Triple G, his face is not out there like that. It could be, but yeah, Pacheco though, I want to see him fight a little bit more. He fought what, March? What was that Richardson Hitchens card he was on? What was that, April? That was April. I think it was like a week or two before Devin Haney fought. So he might be back in what, August? Pacheco probably will. Probably on the next Golden Boy card. But yeah, Caleb Plant and Andre, that'll be a good fight though. I'm definitely looking towards that. Because Andre got a lot of disrespect over the last couple of years. He signed to the Zone before Canelo did. He don't get credit for that. That's when everybody said the Zone not a real app. You need to go to PBC. Now everybody going to the Zone. So Andre don't get credit for that. Danny Jacobs was over there too. Him and Danny Jacobs was like the first guys. Then Triple G and Canelo followed them over there. Didn't give him a fight, but they went over there. Then you have fans over here too in America. Oh, you should have went to PBC. I don't know why Devin Haney went to the Zone. Not everybody going to the Zone. So yeah, Andre was one of the first guys to do that. Tevin Farmer too. Canelo, now he back over to PBC and the Zone. So yeah, I know what'll be going on. Definitely. I definitely know what's going on. I know who the big names are. If you look at who they're trying to get to promote the cards and everything else, those are the big names. I know people say, well, the pay-per-view numbers are this and this. Okay. If y'all see the names they're trying to use to promote fights in Saudi Arabia and everywhere else, those are the big names. Everybody else, just like Ryan Garcia and Haney, big names. Tank. That's why they're trying to get Canelo in that situation. But Canelo, he's already been to Saudi Arabia. I said this again because people who aren't Canelo fans don't know this. I was the first person on the internet. If you look at YouTube, I was the first person to announce that Canelo was going to fight 3 times this year. I also said last year that Canelo could possibly fight Munguia and Berlanga. While we worried about what Benavidez doing and if he'll weight bully and everything else, Canelo already got his plans laid out. He was in Saudi Arabia in 2018. While everybody acting like he ain't seen Turkey Al-Sheikh already, he has. He knows what's going on. He's just teasing the fans, his fans, because they're the ones who don't know who he's gonna fight next. See, the guys I follow, I ain't gotta beg them to fight nobody. I don't gotta beg Terrence Crawford to fight Canelo. He'll do it on his own. Ain't that easier? Y'all don't want to celebrate boxing like that? You don't want to get a fighter who will fight anybody? Why do you want to have a fighter that you got to beg him to fight somebody? Or you don't know who he's going to fight? Then the guy he's fighting, you didn't know the guy before he started fighting him. So now you got to give excuses as to why he's fighting a guy that nobody knew about before he even fought him. Rocky Fielding, Yildirim, all these guys. Usual that fought the real and lost. Usual that fought the real and lost. And y'all made excuses why Canelo was fighting him. Yeah, what's up with all that? Like, we know Canelo's resume, man. We know what's going on in the boxing game. We let him do his little business for about 4 or 5 years. But come on, man. He's pulling the Mayweather right now. Right now, he's not even doing the Mayweather because he's trying to make it seem like Munguia is the next Canelo because, well, I'm going to do what Mayweather did for me. I'm going to fight Munguia. He's going to be the next guy. Nah, he's not the next Canelo. Nah, you was doing that at 23, 20, 22, 21. Munguia's up in age now. He's not doing what Benavidez is doing. And they were just the same weight class. So that should have been the guy you actually should have been fighting. But you're not. If you're passing the torch to Munguia, that ain't where they wanted to be right now. I mean, he's not. Bro, come on, man. But like I said, man, that's Floyd Mayweather that gave Canelo all that power. Hey, man, you can fight this guy and do whatever you want. He beat Munguia now. Now what? I mean, if you're a Canelo fan, who do you want to see Canelo fight next? I mean, that's the crazy thing about boxing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with Tank Davis situation, we done seen Lomachenko fight Teofimo and Devin Haney. Now all of a sudden, people feel like they got to beg Lomachenko to fight somebody. Bro, he been fighting people. What are we talking about? That's just like Benavidez. For some reason, Pitbull, he could find a fight with Tank Davis, but everybody else scared. Y'all believe that if y'all want to. They try to make it seem like these guys are just scared and afraid of everybody. They don't want Canelo to fight nobody, man. That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing with Ryan Garcia right now. That's why the whole Ryan Garcia conversation, they got shut down. As soon as I said, hey, man, who you want Canelo to fight? Who you want Ryan Garcia to fight? Right now, I'm asking people who they want to see Ryan Garcia fight. Ryan Garcia just put a post up yesterday saying, hey, I want to fight Virgil Ortiz still. Virgil Ortiz said, bro, I already accepted the fight, bro. I already talked to my people. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all don't know, but Ryan Garcia going to lose his next 3 fights and get stopped. Probably every fight. And I'm going to sit here quiet and I'm going to be the same way, the same energy. Everybody say I'm emotional right now. When Ryan Garcia gets stopped the next 3 times by guys like Boots Ennis or Kerner Ben, he's not fighting at 140. I don't know if everybody know that or not. I said that in December when he fought Duarte because I actually watched Ryan Garcia fights. I remember when everybody said he need to fight Sean O'Malley last year after he lost to Tank Davis. Canelo is old and he fights worth too much money to the sport. You said Canelo is old? Canelo is 33 years old and he's old? This is the problem with boxing right here. Excuses. It's the problem with boxing. Deontay Wilder, 38 years old. I ain't heard nobody saying excuse about he rusty, he ain't fought in this many rounds and everything else. He fought 1 round in 2 years. Went 12 rounds with Joseph Parker. Everybody complaining. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that. The old stuff, we don't use that excuse. Nah. Was Bernard Hopkins old when he got knocked out of the ring at 50 years old? Nah. You said boxing needs stars? It has stars. Boxing has stars. Boxing has stars right now. Canelo lucky that Tim Tszyu and Virgil Ortiz canceled that fight. He lucky. They gave him a little bit of breathing space. And Mike Tyson and if that Mike Tyson fight and that Tim Tszyu and Virgil Ortiz fight they getting canceled, we would have forgot who Canelo was. He'll be done. Nobody finna be paying attention to no Canelo. And they got Mike Tyson fight coming up. Then Virgil Ortiz and Tim Tszyu, and we just seen how the Tim Tszyu card was with all those fights. And then they had a whole bunch of Mexican fighters on PBC. A whole bunch of Mexican fighters on PBC. I'll repeat that. the best Mexican card, the all Mexican card on PBC. Because, you know, a lot of people act like PBC don't have big Mexican fights on there, but they think one Canelo fight is all the Mexican fights. But yeah, they had, you said Tyson Dunn. Tyson just sold 1.6 million pay-per-views with no crowd. Mike Tyson just sold 1.6 million pay-per-views with no crowd. And I didn't hear not one person get on the internet and say, oh, that Roy Jones and Mike Tyson fight was terrible. If the Roy Jones and Mike Tyson fight was terrible, you said prove it? I'm going to prove. You don't think Mike Tyson, so you think they put out fake? So you want me to prove? I didn't put out 2,000 videos on YouTube, and you want me to prove something? Do you hear yourself? I put out 2,000 videos on YouTube. You can go through all these videos, and you want me to figure and prove to you that Mike Tyson sold 1.6 million pay-per-views during the shutdown? So you think Netflix went and gave Mike Tyson a deal to show the fight, and they don't know he sold 1.6 million pay-per-views? Tell me you're not that. Tell me you're smarter than that, please. And this don't have nothing to do with boxing. This is just common sense. Tell me you don't think Netflix just gave Mike Tyson a boatload of money and the power to show the fight on Netflix. They don't even show boxing fights. So Netflix just picked up boxing just for Mike Tyson. And you think he ain't sold 1.6 million pay-per-view? You want me to prove it? How am I going to prove that? So you think Netflix just that dumb? Okay. Okay. Why they? I asked a bigger question. Why Netflix ain't pick up Canelo for one fight? Since Canelo and Tank Davis and all these guys doing so many big numbers, I can't prove that Mike Tyson sold 1.6. Lady, you're insane. Mike Tyson, bro, he just did 1.6 during the shutdown. What are you talking about? And the fight did so well that Jake Paul started doing fights. The Mike Tyson fight did so well that Jake Paul started doing big fights like that. Jake Paul hasn't started since the Mike Tyson thing even started. So what are we talking about? She said, prove that Mike Tyson sold 1.6 million pay-per-views. The guy who created the pay-per-view. Do y'all hear this? Canelo fans are losing it. They want to discredit Mike Tyson for Canelo Alvarez. Really? Canelo went out there and lost every round in the big fights that he took. The real big fights. The ones that everybody say, Tank should be taking those kind of fights. If Mike did 1.6, he'd be putting on his own fights. Lady, Mike Tyson can have 1.6 million people. Mike Tyson just told the media people he do billions of views on YouTube just talking about boxing. So what are we talking about? Do you know why Jake Paul is actually fighting on the internet right now? So you don't know why people's paying all this money to put Jake Paul on Showtime and everything else. So you think Showtime just put Jake Paul on there because they ain't making no money? Dude sold 1.6, man. Netflix ain't calling Mike Tyson. I mean, Canelo. Netflix ain't called Canelo to put on no fights. Canelo calling Al Heyman, the guy everybody said he ain't all that, but they want to see him fight Charlo and Munguia. And last thing I heard, everybody said, "Oh, well, Al Heyman, he want the Munguia and Canelo fight." So Al Heyman out here telling Canelo what to do. That's how weak fans then got now. They like, well, Al Heyman got Canelo on a leash. He got to do whatever Al Heyman say. Desperate. And I heard YouTubers saying that. Sad. Yeah, but come on, man. Mimic, you already know that, bro. Mimic. I couldn't go nowhere the last couple of months without hearing about that Mike Tyson fight. I was seeing YouTube channels that didn't even talk about sports talking about the Mike Tyson fight. Like, are we serious? I don't know. I don't know. Some people, I don't know, man. They think their side of the internet is just the only place that everybody goes to. Mike Tyson sat up here. Okay. If you think so, if you think those people just went and got a podcast with Mike Tyson's out here selling CBD and selling his own weed and everything else and making millions right now. You think he's just wasting his time trying to get in the ring with Jake Paul like he need the money? Do you know how many fights Mike Tyson had turned down over the last couple of years? Do you know that Turkey Al-Sheikh? Do you know that Mike Tyson has his own gym in Saudi Arabia right now where he's training fighters with Turkey Al-Sheikh? Did you know that? Did you know that Turkey Al-Sheikh? So the guy that all y'all bragging about with this money, do you know that Turkey Al-Sheikh is working hand in hand with Mike Tyson right now? And he just brought Teddy Atlas out there a couple of weeks ago, just because Teddy Atlas used to train Mike Tyson when he was a kid. How am I changing the subject? You telling me a guy who just gave Anthony Joshua $50 million that I'm exaggerating? I'm exaggerating because Mike Tyson just got a deal with Netflix and he has a personal gym with Turkey Al-Sheikh, the guy who's handing out $50 million like it's nothing. No, we're talking about money and sales and everything. That's what we're talking about. You acting like Mike Tyson needs some money right now. You acting like he need to fight, like he needs to get in the ring. Mike Tyson had turned down plenty of fights. I'm pretty sure Turkey Al-Sheikh asked Mike Tyson to fight a long time ago. What? Do you know how many billionaires grew up watching Mike Tyson? Do you know that guys like Turkey Al-Sheikh grew up watching Mike Tyson? That's why Mike Tyson has his own gym, like I said, in Saudi Arabia, where Turkey Al-Sheikh them has set up. They didn't ask Canelo to come out there. They didn't ask Triple G. They asked Mike Tyson to come out there. I didn't hear nobody complaining about Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. when they fought. I heard people complaining about Triple G versus Canelo 3. I heard people complaining about John Ryder versus Canelo. That's when Canelo said, "Oh, let me run over to PBC then to fight Charlo or somebody." Somebody that people actually know. Bro, y'all got low expectations as a Canelo fan. Y'all just happy Canelo fought Charlo and somebody y'all actually knew. That's the sad part. They're like, "Oh my God, finally Canelo fighting somebody we know." Okay, I know Charlo. Then I heard people saying, "Yeah, McGill getting put to sleep." Oh, come on. Canelo don't get knockouts like that. The fact that Canelo ain't had a knockout since 2021, and y'all still believe that he gonna get a knockout, that just shows the favoritism right there. Deontay Wilder ain't had a knockout in the last 2 fights, and everybody like he done. Canelo ain't had a knockout in the last 6 fights. Ain't nobody saying he's done. Favoritism. Couldn't knock out Triple G in 2 hours worth of fighting. Waste of time. Yeah, let me go ahead and put this up here, man. So yeah, Canelo, no knockdowns, no KOs. Hold on, let me put that back. Messed up. Yeah, no KOs since 2021. Let me go ahead and put that up there. Triple G is a Hall of Famer for beating who? Do you want me to go down Triple G's resume right now, or do you want me to waste my time? Because I can. I've already said something about that guy. You want me to say something about Triple G? Who are you a Hall of Famer for? Do you know that Triple G's best fight is beating an undefeated Kell Brook? So Triple G beating Kell Brook at 147. I'm supposed to be impressed? Triple G and Canelo fans are so bad at boxing. They let Triple G and Canelo go to 47, go from 160 to 147, fight Kell Brook, and try and destroy him. Kell Brook ain't been the same since he got in the ring with Golovkin. And neither has Amir Khan. They was KOing guys like that, and y'all was impressed. And you call Benavidez a weight bully. So is Triple G a weight bully for fighting 147s at 160? When he got guys like Lar and all these other guys at 154, he could have been fighting. Austin Trouts, guys at 60. Does that make any sense? He could have fought Andre around that time. No KOs since 2021. Only guys they gonna run around KOing is who Canelo KOing? Amir Khan, Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders. Even though Caleb Plant only fought twice in 2 years? Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders. Who else? And Golovkin got whooped by Derevyanchenko, so we're not even gonna talk about that. That's not a win. When you get whooped like that in the fight, that ain't. Yeah, if y'all think if you think Benavidez got whooped by Vozick this weekend, if y'all think that was close or that was embarrassing, just go back and look at what happened to Golovkin in Derevyanchenko fight. But y'all sitting around here celebrating Canelo and Triple G. It's gonna get exposed. I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna be around. I'm gonna be around. I'm gonna be around. Yeah, I just seen people running around. Bro, I sat around here reported boxing for 6-7 months, just putting information out. Boom, 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 boom. But people sitting around here, oh man, you're a fanboy. You think Matias could lose? Oh, you think Canelo ain't that good? Or you think that guy? Somebody told me, oh, you think Canelo is ducking? So do you think Canelo's fighting the best? You know what's funny? Charlo, he wasn't the best until Canelo. As soon as Canelo said, I'm gonna fight Charlo, oh, he's one of the best. But over the years, when people say, oh, I think Charlo's one of the best, oh, he's not good. Nobody knows him. He hasn't fought anybody. They don't even fight each other in their weight classes. You said Triple G's a champion, too many stats to list. Triple G possibly lost to Danny Jacobs. He possibly lost to Derevyanchenko. Who else? Because he wasn't dominating in none of those fights. All the hard fights that Triple G had, all the real tough fights, he didn't dominate in none of those fights. The only reason why people want to make a big deal about Triple G so they can try to make Canelo's resume seem better than what it is. You said speak facts, that's my opinion. Why did Triple G retire and nobody said nothing? Why nobody cared when Triple G retired? Why are more people worried about Deontay Wilder retiring? Why are more people trying to keep up with Deontay Wilder retiring than Triple G? He said, I'm not arguing. This is a fact. It's not an argument that nobody's caring about Canelo right now. It's not an argument that Canelo just told his fans that he needs $200 million to fight and he don't care what y'all think. And Floyd Mayweather ain't never told me he needs $200 million for me to watch him fight. He ain't never told me that. Canelo telling his fans who are clowns that whoever is a fan of Canelo and you sitting around here begging him for a fight, you're a clown. Oh yeah, I'm gonna ignore you from now on. Like I was saying, you're gonna get ignored now. I was trying to, be nice because people said I be mean to women and everything else. Cause these dudes out here, everything gotta be about a gender out here. Y'all so gender based out here. If I sit around here and say, oh no, you're wrong, dude. What happened to them dudes earlier? Oh, you're arguing with a woman. Y'all so gender based out here. I make random statements. Bro, ain't nobody checking for Triple G right now. I'm giving you stats right now. Nobody's checking for Triple G. It's over. I'm not mad about that, man. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I already have my point proven. You don't understand this. You wasn't here 4 months ago when I said I hope Mike Tyson come back and have a fight this year. Do you know that I announced that Mike Tyson was gonna fight in February, and we're in June right now, and you didn't find out Mike Tyson was gonna fight Jake Paul? Do you know that 4 months ago I've been said that Canelo's gonna fight 3 times this year? Do you know Canelo hasn't fought 3 times in like almost 10 years? Probably that long. I don't know how long. Like at least 10 years. What facts am I not putting out? What other channel? Can you tell me the other YouTube channel that told you in February that Mike Tyson was gonna fight this year? That Canelo's gonna fight 3 times? All I do is speak facts. I'm not over here arguing about no B samples. Those are channels y'all been on the last couple of months. The guys arguing about B samples and telling you that ESPN lied about drug tests. Like, come on, man, lady. Do you really wanna? I turn this conversation toward Ryan Garcia. Please don't start it, because I already know what y'all been doing the last couple of months. That's why everybody mad. Yeah, if you feel like I'm talking crazy or whatever, yeah, I am. Because I've seen how boxing fans are. Boxing fans are just the weakest fans right now. They don't have a backbone. They jumping ship. I just went to comment sections with all the fans that were just telling me I'm a liar about Matias not being good. They talking bad about Matias worse than I am. Talking about he trash. He never been good. He ain't got no jab. Blah, blah, blah. Now all the truth want to come out when somebody lose. That's the most coward thing, man. We ain't never heard nobody sitting up here. That's why I said, bro, y'all don't understand the standard of boxing. Y'all just fans. In America, we really talk about real things. We've been to a guy had a jab, didn't have a jab before he lost. We're not gonna say, oh, well, he just ain't got no jab and da 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 da. Like that's coward stuff. Most people do that though. But I don't do that. I keep it down the middle. But nobody's checking for Triple G though, man. To be honest with you, Triple G only fought before he fought Canelo. He fought one time in 2020, one time in 2022. Oh, no, twice in 2022, because he wanted a payday. That dude took what, a year? He only fought one time in 3 years, and still went 12 rounds with Canelo. Come on, man. Are you serious? Come on, man. Triple G fought one fight, so he fought 7 rounds of boxing. In what, 3 years, come back against Murata. Go 9 rounds with him. Didn't know if he was gonna win or not. Because you acting like you just said Triple G's. You said I'm bringing up Triple G. Get out the pipe, man. I'm tired. I'm tired of Canelo and Triple G. This love fest. Like, y'all want to sit up here and give Triple G credit just because he lost to Canelo. Nobody else gets credit for losing to a guy more than Triple G. It's disgusting in boxing. I'm tired of it. Errol Spence gets disrespected for trying to walk down Terence Crawford and actually fight him. And Triple G didn't do nothing against Canelo, and he gets all the credit. He was on pound for pound at the same weight class for 20 years. People calling David Benavidez a weight bully. The worst thing they can actually do is bring up weight. See, when y'all start bringing up weight, y'all don't know about all your favorite boxers gonna get exposed. You don't even know it. Canelo fighting Floyd Mayweather at 175 and stuff like that. Come on, man. Like, do y'all want us to bring that up? We don't care about that stuff because we take our losses and we keep it moving. But when y'all try to bring up weight and other stuff, you're gonna start exposing people. Y'all don't know it. Some of y'all favorite boxers that started off at 175 and stuff like that. All right, let's cut it out. Y'all don't know it. Triple G was at the same weight class for 20 years. Why is he on pound for pound? Let's stop it. Everybody thinks that their favorite fighter is just doing what these new fighters is doing. Nobody's doing what Terence Crawford and Usyk and everybody's doing. Let's cut it out. Y'all saw Roy Jones do it and y'all lost y'all mind. But that ain't going on like that these days. So just appreciate Benavidez, who will actually fight these guys, and Canelo, who are just a fighter, American, stuff like that. You know, American, Billy Joe Saunders. Is Billy Joe Saunders on your pound for pound list? So who did Canelo beat to get in the Hall of Fame? Billy Joe Saunders and Triple G. Why? Because Triple G technically lost to Derevyanchenko. Who said Triple G was that good? If Triple G technically lost to Derevyanchenko, and he could have lost to Danny Jacobs, and Danny Jacobs already lost to some other people who ain't in the Hall of Fame, but you saying Triple G is a Hall of Famer? Because y'all want to make Triple G seem like he's just this extreme mythical figure who ain't get hands and feet put on him by Derevyanchenko, so you can make Canelo's resume seem better than what it is. Canelo resume is bullying guys like Amir Khan. That's what his resume is. And we've been protecting this guy for years. Canelo came to America and made hundreds of millions of dollars. Spit in our face. Don't give nothing back to the sport. Canelo has done zero for American boxing. America has done more for Canelo than he'll ever do for America. And what does he do? Turn around and say he fight for Mexico. You think that I would go? Do you think Terrence Crawford would go making $200 million in Mexico and then go tell everybody that I'm doing this for Mexico and America and he gonna give credit to Mexico too. But I'm tired of being nice like that. I don't like kissing butt. I don't do that. I don't kiss nobody but ever. And at this point right now, we got fans kissing butts of fighters, and it's normal. And I'm proving it right now. I'm proving it right now. Then people want to come here and talk about Tank Davis like he ain't doing the same thing Canelo do. If Canelo would have never existed, we wouldn't have Tank Davis would have already fought all these people. But y'all want to see Tank Davis lose, but we already seen Canelo lose, but we see how y'all treated though. And fought Mexican. And then look, and then he said they asked him before he fought Munguia. The people in Mexico said, "Man, tell us who you fighting. Where is he from? Just tell us. Is he American or Mexican? Just tell us that." He said, "He American. I'll tell you that." And I said, "Munguia is technically American, right?" And somebody said, "Yeah." Do you think Triple G should be in the Hall of Fame? Do I think? Okay, let me ask you this question. So you telling me that if I said this fighter right here lost to Canelo, he beat Murata, he technically lost to Derevyanchenko. Technically, he had a close fight with Derevyanchenko. Lost to Canelo again. Had a draw with Canelo. Had a close fight with Danny Jacobs. What else? Fought Kell Brook. So Kell Brook was technically his best fight. So you telling me a guy at 160, his best fight is a 147 Kell Brook. Are you telling me he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame? He deserves? So if Benavidez go out there and beat, so Benavidez could have did that. Benavidez could have fought Danny Jacobs. He could have fought Derevyanchenko. Derevyanchenko at 68 right now, so he can still do that. Derevyanchenko, Danny Jacobs, and Kell Brook, who undersized at 47, who comes up. So you think what? That gets you in the Hall of Fame? And losing what? 3 fights to Canelo? They said it was a draw, but it's a draw still. It ain't a win, so it's a loss. So what is that? So going 12 rounds with Canelo 3 times, losing. Like if his name was John Smith, nobody would care. Cause he Triple G? I'm confused about that. But Benavidez need to knock out Vozic though, right? So Benavidez need to knock out Volzic, but Golovkin, he can go 12 rounds with Derevyanchenko. He can go 12 rounds with Danny Jacobs. But Benavidez going up to 75. Yeah, he got KO Volzic. Man, that man resume so watered down. At the same weight class for 20 years. This man was at the same weight class from 2006 to 2022. Same weight class. He was at the same weight class for 16 years, 20 years, really. Because in the amateurs, he was around that same weight, 20 years. And he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame? What'd he do? And you said Benavidez a weight bully? So Lisa basically telling us that she been wearing the same pant size for the past 20 years. Cap. You know that's a lie. He's a weight bully, right? So you telling me what, a guy that's 27 right now, he's supposed to be a weight bully? But a guy who was at the same, so when he, you know what's funny? When Benavidez sparred Triple G, he was 15, right? So Triple G was at 160 around that time. Benavidez was 15. When Benavidez, what, he 27 now, and Triple G was still at the same weight class, 160. Bro, y'all lucky we let Triple G get on pound for pound list, and he was at the same weight class for 16, 20 years. And we talking about Benavidez need to KO Volzic because he went out one fight and did something Triple G never did. Triple G ain't never moved up. Only time he moved up to get that last payday from Canelo, and he was out of there. He wasn't jumping no weight classes in boxing. But I'm telling y'all, they're telling you a lot of lies and ghost stories in boxing. It's starting to come out though. It's starting to get exposed. Everybody they call a boogeyman. See, it was about 10 boogeyman in boxing last week. Now it ain't no more boogeyman in boxing. You see how fast that changed? And everybody got mad because I said the truth. She said it was my opinion and I thought Liam Parr was going to lose. But guess what? Now it's a fact. I mean, Liam Parr was going to win. But now it's a fact. And everybody hating on some facts. Triple G, man, he gets so much. That dude one of the most overrated guys ever. At the same weight class for years. But then they'll turn around. Earl Spence ain't even their favorite fighter. They don't know much about Earl Spence. They'll go around, oh, he need to go to Earl Spence need to go to 54. He's a weight bully. He been at 47 forever. Triple G first fight at 160 in the pros was in 2006. The dude retired at 2022. Well, his last fight was 2022, and he was still at 160. Can we please stop it, man? Can we please stop it? Because if we use the same argument that y'all use, we'll destroy y'all boxers. Most of these guys y'all got is weight bullies. That's how they get through boxing. Got Ryan Garcia crying about 3 pounds with Tank Davis. Oh, I had to rehydrate those 3 pounds. Oh, my God. I lost. Then when somebody else cry about 3 pounds of Ryan Garcia, oh, get over it. Coward stuff. He's exposed too. I just let all the fans scream and yell for him that, oh, he's innocent. They lying on him. Okay. Okay. So billion-dollar companies are lying on Ryan Garcia when he's obviously selling the most fights. Okay, I agree. So I can move on. I'll just let. And no, I don't agree. I'm just saying that as satire, but no, I don't agree. No, I don't agree. I absolutely don't. I absolutely don't. Ryan is a troll of the sport. Canelo, and I'm glad you said that. And this let me know that Canelo isn't as famous as y'all say he is. Nobody cares about Canelo like that. I'm gonna prove to you why. Canelo said Ryan Garcia is ungrateful. He accomplished nothing. He owes Eddie Reynoso money. and he won't beat Tank. And nobody in boxing reported this. The man stood up here and said Canelo, he sat up here and said Ryan accomplished nothing. And he's ungrateful. He owes Eddie Reynoso money. Now, what's the big story between Earl Spence and Derrick James right now? Because this is why I don't talk about Ryan Garcia no more, because the dude obviously protected. He's protected so much. They get mad when I tell the truth about him, because they didn't know I knew so much about Ryan Garcia. Then when I start saying a whole bunch about him, they got mad. And by they, I mean the same they that Ryan Garcia said, they don't want me to win. They are trying to frame me. They trying to call me a cheater. The same they he talking about, that's the they I'm talking about. Because for some reason, nobody knows who they are. So, yeah, they are protecting him. Exactly. I'm glad you said that. Go ask Ryan Garcia who is they, because I don't know. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not famous enough to know who they are. You know, he was at the fights this weekend, so maybe he saw they. But I don't know who they is. I don't do the pronouns, but maybe he know who they is, or them, or her, it, whatever. The only person who know who they is Ryan Garcia. But when Canelo said all this stuff about Ryan Garcia, nobody believed it. Nobody. And what's crazy is I was taking up for Canelo a couple of weeks ago. I sat up here and I said, nobody sat up here and made a fuss about Canelo when he failed a drug test against Triple G. When Canelo failed a drug test with Triple G, we just said, man, that's messed up, man, and kept it moving. But everybody wanted to jump out the window for Ryan Garcia and do all the most for Ryan Garcia. The fact that I seen more people supporting Ryan Garcia after he failed a drug test than Canelo, that let me know everything I needed to know. No, Canelo is not the face of boxing. He has never been protected like Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, everybody jumped out the window for Ryan Garcia. Canelo failed a drug test. Ain't nobody said they cheated Canelo. They tried to frame him. They did a B sample, all that other stuff. Ain't nobody make the same guys who got YouTube channels now. They had YouTube channels back then. They didn't make. Obviously, they called the drug test out, but they didn't say it because, oh, well, I like Haney or I like Triple G, so I wanted Triple G to win, so I'm gonna complain about Canelo. Nah, it wasn't nothing like that. The same energy everybody had for Triple G when he got cheated, the same energy they had for Haney. But these new fans, they destroyed Ryan. Ryan would never be the same. I'm just telling y'all. I'm being real. Like the win Ryan Garcia had, I'm gonna enjoy it because I know it's over. He can't make 140. He got to fight a 47. I know the man been drinking that Sunny D, so he ain't gonna be the same size as he was when I was calling the fight. Because I'm so unbiased, I said Ryan Garcia looks huge in the ring. I said he looks huge, and if you go back and look at the fight, he looks huge in the ring. I don't know if they had the same camera angle because I ain't see it. Like the one when they were holding it over the top of the ring, like you can see their backs and stuff. He looked huge. His shoulders was wide. I was like, we just seen, and we had just seen Ryan Garcia when they were on top of the building and Devin Haney pushed him. You remember when Devin Haney pushed Ryan Garcia? Devin Haney was like kind of, even though he had a hoodie on, he was like kind of about around the same size as Ryan Garcia. When they got in the ring, he was way bigger. Oh, nobody cares if Ryan Garcia cheated. Bro, to be honest with you, I'm a fan of Haney. I don't care. I'm glad Ryan Garcia won because it exposed the fans who are biased, who've been over the years saying you guys are biased. Those fans never supported Canelo like that when he failed his drug test. Never. I don't want to hear fans bring up Canelo. That's why I'm arguing right now. I don't want to hear anybody talk about they support Canelo. No way. You're done. When Ryan Garcia was talking about, and I made a whole story last year when Ryan Garcia left Canelo. Ryan Garcia left Canelo in the dirt. Then he want to show up right before Canelo finna fight Jaime Munguia. And Canelo being a respectable guy he is, what he do? He put an arm around Ryan Garcia. He took the picture, asked him how he doing. You doing all right? Thanks for the support, and he kept it pushing. If that was Ryan Garcia, he would have been like, F your mama, da, 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 da. And everybody like, let me like this. That's funny. Y'all just mad Haney lost. Yeah, they silence the media, absolutely, and the fans. But oh, absolutely. But if you don't pick a side, you gonna be silenced too. Cause what you were saying with Triple G earlier, that was a huge lie. You said they probably made that up. You think that's fake beef? That's why I said people thought that was fake beef. I'm explaining to you why that wasn't made up. We just seen Frank Martin and Tank Davis fighting this weekend, right? Did it have any kind of hate behind it or made up beef? Because everybody said that was made up too. So which one had a lot more energy behind it? So who's still arguing with each other right now? Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, right? That's not made up, man. They've been fighting like that since they was kids. That was the seventh time they fight. I know everybody on YouTube don't tell y'all about everything that goes on in boxing because they want to play sides, but that was the seventh time Ryan Garcia fought Devin Haney. He's fought Devin Haney 7 times. So I'm pretty sure they've been arguing like this forever. And as long as I've known, they have been arguing like this. People don't realize it, but Devin Haney is a guy who's been running around fighting everybody for a long time. That's why y'all are able to watch him and Tank Davis fight, and everybody thinks it's a big deal. That's why it has 1 million views in a day, because Devin Haney is the guy who's always fighting everybody. I'll repeat that. While everybody's laughing about, oh yeah, well Devin Haney lost. Sorry to tell you, but he's the guy who fights everybody. So whether y'all thought that he lost to Lomachenko or not, guess what? You still watched him fight Regis Prograis. And guess what? Even though you thought Devin Haney lost to Lomachenko, you still watched him against Ryan Garcia. And the thing about it is, Devin Haney's not 29, almost 30 years old like Tank Davis. He's only 25. So right now, you're actually comparing a 25-year-old to a guy who's almost 30 years old who haven't fought Lomachenko yet. So people have to understand that, just like with Benavidez. So I'm gonna break something down to y'all. David Benavidez, I'm not gonna give out y'all that. That's too much sauce. I'm not even gonna do that. I'm giving out too much sauce already. That ain't free. I'll do that later on. Matter of fact, I'll write that down right now. Everybody said, you don't remember when the fight was when the Haney versus Garcia fight was starting, and everybody said they wanted to cancel the fight? What are we talking about? They said it wasn't a real fight. It's made up. So you think it's made up that Ryan Garcia went out there and put Devin Haney on the ground? So you think the beef was made up? That Devin Haney's face is swollen right now. I mean, it was swollen after they fought, and he got dropped 3 times. And Ryan Garcia is possibly gonna get suspended, possibly. Yeah, he's not his friend. Nah, they're not. Nah. Well, yeah, it was over. I don't know what the camera said it was over. You know what I'm saying? As far as when he starts saying the mama comments, I'm gonna tell you something right now. When he starts making comments about his mom, and then he's still doing it after the fight, they're not friends. And if Ryan Garcia would have kept punching, like, come on, man. Devin Haney kept getting up. Everybody was laughing and everything. It's cool, man. It's cool. Well, like I told everybody else, when they watching 300 and Leonidas, when Leonidas and the 300 were getting slayed and out here fighting like warriors, everybody was just so impressed. But in boxing, everybody wants to laugh at it when it's a certain size. But you won't find any 25-year-olds doing stuff like that. Only guys like Benavidez, Eastside Cruz, Devin Haney, all the people that people don't like. Those are the only guys that's actually making big fights in America. Can I ask you a question? Outside of those guys in America, who's putting on the big fights? And please don't tell me Tank Davis versus Frank Martin was bigger than Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. I told y'all months ago that's not gonna happen. Absolutely, that's not gonna happen. You said they were selling the fight. Ryan Garcia been knowing Tank Davis as well. They wasn't selling no fight. Do you see Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis right now? The fight's over with between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Do you see Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis hanging out this weekend, hugging and stuff like that? If you think that Devin Haney and Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia gonna be buddy and friends and hanging out like that, obviously you don't know what's going on. Obviously you don't know what's going on. Obviously you don't know how many people lost their life in boxing this year. So it wasn't no fake beef, man. It wasn't a fake beef. It wasn't a fake beef. It wasn't a fake beef. They've been fighting each other for years now. That friend stuff, it ain't it no more. I don't know who they is. Right? Haney ain't agree to somebody taking PEDs and trying to take his life in the ring. No, he ain't agree to all that. Yeah, they probably was friends. I understand what you're saying, but he ain't agree to all that. No, he ain't agree to all that. That ain't what friends do. I wouldn't consider that a friend. I don't think Ryan Garcia was ever his friend. Yeah, just because he fight him and he know it. I know a lot of people I used to fight and be in the same tournaments and stuff with. We ain't friends. Yeah, I know him, but he ain't gonna be in my wedding. You talking like he gonna be in his wedding type stuff? Nah. He's taking it too far though. He's like I said, Ryan, whether they was friends or not. If you do your friends like that, then I don't have no friends now because of that reason. I don't want no friends that take PEDs and try to take me out the sport, knowing I just beat Lomachenko last year and everybody's after my head and they want to see me lose. If you're a friend, nah, you don't do that. Ain't nobody forced Ryan Garcia to do what he did. The only person that did was these fans trying to pressure him into the situation, protecting him. Those the only ones. Nobody made excuses when Triple G was possibly fighting somebody on PEDs. It's just these new fans doing that. It's getting exposed though. Throughout the whole Benavidez, he need to do this and that. Like I said, Triple G, he fought against Kell Brook and all that other stuff. We don't have Benavidez can't go down two weight classes and fight guys like that. And that's his best fight. That's one of Golovkin's best fight. Unless you're gonna put Derevyanchenko or Danny Jacobs over Kell Brook. One of his best fights is a 47. We gotta quit acting like the hypocrisy it's gonna get exposed, man. The weight bully stuff. I'm telling you, I keep hearing fans say weight bully. I think I'm gonna be a channel that's gonna expose that weight bully stuff. That is fake. Y'all, a lot of guys in the Hall of Fame is weight bullies. If we're gonna consider what y'all say are weight bullies, a lot of people say, "Oh, if you're 20 pounds over, you're a weight bully." So y'all think Triple G was 160 for from 2006 to 2022, and he's not a weight bully? But David Benavidez is a weight bully? Let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. So how long has Triple G been at 160? How long has Benavidez been at 160? You think that'll be good to do? Yeah, let's do that. I think that'll be the fair thing to do. Benavidez weighed in at 166 recently. Okay. Benavidez first fight, 167. Next fight, 80, 74, 63, 178, 163, 167, 173, 174, 170. Come on, man. Like, are we serious? You know how many guys I've seen resumes look just like that? Okay, I see you. So Benavidez, his first fight was technically at 160, but he was floating around 180. We know he had weight issues, obviously. He got it in order right now. So Triple G was at 160. So he was at 160 from 2006 to 2022. So how is Benavidez a weight bully? I think that just sounds cute, so people want to say it. That's like the new ducking word. You know, dudes you say he ducking. I forgot to put the other G. You know how people been saying that over the last couple of years, but now people don't say ducking no more. Y'all noticed that, right? Turkey out of sheet, shut all that down. Only person ducking is guys like Canelo turning down $100 million, talking about you need two. I need $200 million. I know I already made $100 million fighting guys like Charlo and all these guys, but I need more. Sound worse than Mayweather. Then people said the same fans said Mayweather don't care nothing about. He only care about money. So Benavidez, his loss. I mean the fight against Vozick, that was embarrassing. Triple G was at 160 pounds from 2006 to 2022. Benavidez is not a weight bully. This dude is a weight bully all the way. Then y'all gonna wait till Andre fight Triple G. I mean, fight you gonna wait till Andre fight Benavidez, then say, hey man, he's too heavy. They got he's like a heavyweight. Whoa, y'all got these guys coming up 54, 60 fighting these guys. And you talking about he too big now? That lets you know that they actually know what's going on. They knew how heavy he was. They knew he was heavy the whole time. They knew he was heavy the whole time. I don't know what those other guys were. They just came here trolling like, bro, who is these guys? That's crazy. Y'all be having all these trolls come through, bro. Like it really is. Canelo got the worst fan base ever. The fact that he has trolls that actually like, oh, it's the same topic. Same topic. People expecting Canelo to sit around and fight guys like Benavidez after he done fought guys like Caleb Plant, John Ryder, Jaime Munguia. It's so sad now. I heard Benavidez is ducking Morrell. That's what people were saying before this weekend. Oh, Benavidez ducking Morrell. I know Morrell has 10 fights, but he's ducking them. So Benavidez is trying to fight Bivol and Beterbiev after fighting Vozick. But for some reason, you said that he's ducking Dave Morrell. Who told you that? So did you learn that on your own, or you heard that? What channel you heard that from? Or did you learn that on your own? What channel told you that? Did you learn that on your own? You think that he is? What told you that? How's he ducking Dave Morrell? Who is Dave Morrell better than that Benavidez fought already? So Dave Morrell better than Vozick, the guy he just fought this weekend? What channel you heard on? That's what I'm saying. You hearing all this stuff on YouTube, but you sitting around talking about opinions and stuff, and you telling me what somebody else said. So do you know that 10 fights is not 10 or 11 fights in boxing is not a lot of fights? Do you know that Canelo has like 60 something fights right now, and Dave Morrell only has like 10 or 11 fights? So you want Benavidez to fight a guy with 10 or 11 fights instead of fighting a guy with 60 something fights? But then y'all would tell other fighters that they're not fighting anybody? That's crazy. People don't want to see Canelo fight nobody. That's insane to me. I don't understand it. I'm not gonna talk about it much because people don't really care much about Canelo. I found that out during the Munguia fight week. Once they heard he's not fighting Benavidez or Crawford, they moved on. How many what does Benavidez have? Benavidez got more going on than Canelo right now. Nobody has to ask Do you know that nobody has to ask Benavidez to fight anybody right now? I don't think you understand that. It became a point in time where we didn't ask Floyd to fight nobody. I remember when fans were saying, "Oh, he need to rematch Maidana. Maidana beat him." So Floyd was fighting guys like Canelo and everything else, and Canelo was fighting guys like, and Floyd Mayweather was fighting guys like Munguia and who else? All these other guys. Y'all wouldn't have watched that. Floyd was fighting Canelo, and Canelo gives us Munguia, a fight we didn't ask for. And everybody said, "Well, it's a good fight." Okay, it's a good fight, but that's not the fight we asked for. You already said the guy's old. So if Canelo's old, why do I want to see him fight guys that aren't technically old yet or older? He could have been fought Munguia. That's the guy he was in the gym with. But that Triple G win, it got Canelo a long way. It definitely got Canelo a long way. Because going 12 rounds with Triple G in 3 fights, couldn't knock him out when he was 40. When I seen everybody give Canelo a pass for not doing any damage to Triple G, and Triple G was not himself at all in that last fight. You could tell Triple G was rusty. He only fought like once in the last 2 or 3 years before that fight, so he was rusty. He took off like 2 years before he fought Canelo. Canelo still couldn't do anything with him. Oh yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. You know, obviously you want to if you want to see him lose, ain't no problem. But it's funny how when people sit up here and say, "Man, I want to see Canelo lose," or "I want to see this guy lose." Oh, you're hating. We seen so many. Floyd Mayweather built his whole career off people want to see him lose. But then other people will say, "Man, I want to see Tank challenge himself. I want to see him fight a guy. I want to see Canelo fight a guy." Oh man, why y'all asking them to do that? They don't got to do that. They're not the face of boxing. If I gotta beg you to fight the best, you're not the face of boxing. That's my rules over here. I ain't gotta ask Benavidez to do nothing. He been fighting the best guys since the shutdown started. I ain't gotta ask Benavidez to fight nobody. Everybody Benavidez fight, I know who they are before he get in the ring with them. I don't have guys like John Ryder or Yildirim or Rocky Fielding jumping in the ring. Then I'm saying, oh well, I don't know who that is, but most of these guys don't even know who these guys Canelo fighting until he get in the ring. And Tank Davis too. I'm just keeping it real. If you're the face of boxing, you're supposed to fight somebody that people actually know. We got technology and internet and everything. We're in the year 2024. We got fighters with Instagrams and social medias. We got YouTube, everything floating around. And these dudes picking fights like it's still the 60s. They picking guys we ain't never seen before. We ain't seen much of. And then we got guys like Devin Haney and even Teofimo Lopez. Oh yeah, that mean they oh okay. So they playing with my voice on here. That mean I'm cooking too hard. They don't like what I'm saying on here. Oh yeah, so they be messing with my voice on here. Yeah. They be messing with my voice on here too because they don't like the facts I be speaking. I'll probably just get another streaming service soon if that's a problem. So yeah, that's why I like to pre-record my stuff because when I talk live, then we got this lady named Lisa in here. She's sitting around, don't even know it, but they sitting around here messing with. Nah, that's my voice that they be doing. They be doing that sometimes. They'll have me talking fast. I don't talk that fast. And you sitting out here thinking that I'm getting paid to say this. Nah, they don't want me spitting out these facts. If they wanted you to hear this, you would have been knew Triple G was fighting at 160 for 20 years already. They telling you about weight bullies? and Triple G was at 160 for how many years? I really could put 20 years on there, but I'm trying to be nice. I don't like disrespecting fighters who go in there and put their life on the line, but I don't like guys who put their life on the line and they get disrespected. We're trying to count how much money Mike Tyson, and you know what's crazy? Triple G sold, he made $100 million over here fighting Canelo. And I ain't heard nobody asking how many pay-per-views Triple G sold. He ain't sold no pay-per-views without Canelo. I ain't never seen no man ride the coattails of another man more than Triple G rode the coattails of Canelo. I can't mention Triple G without somebody saying Canelo, and the dude lost. He lost. He lost. I got some of my favorite fighters that went out there and dropped guys 2 or 3 times in the fight and lost, and everybody said it's embarrassing. That man went out there and fought Canelo for 2 hours and 3 fights, because it's 36 minutes, rounded up 40 minutes. So do the math. Fought the man for 2 hours worth of time, didn't drop him not one time, and everybody think that's Hall of Fame worthy. Then went out there with Derevyanchenko and fought. Yeah, they do that, man, because they don't want me to. I'm saying too many facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm messing with. They want me on here telling these lies. Somebody that heard me say something truthful on here, and they like, oh, I don't like that. Because I seen it happen sometimes on other people's channel, but it don't happen as much as it happened on mine. So I was like, whoa. Yeah, that's why sometimes I just put the videos out. Yeah, I got enough videos out to where people are people, but you know, yeah, they messing with me on YouTube, obviously. But it's actually good though. That means that I know that these guys are protected, like I said they were. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I've heard people sit out here and blame. Man, please. I'm not even gonna get into it. But this is just boxing I'm talking about. You said YouTube not worried about boxing? Okay, keep thinking that, sweetie. Keep thinking that. Keep thinking that. Keep thinking that. Keep thinking that. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Do you know that they got people that they got YouTubers, they got channels on YouTube that know more about the internet and everything else than me and you put together? Come on, man. I used to work in tech. They got people on here that used to work for the government, man. These people know what they talking about when they be on YouTube and see what's going on with the technology. She said YouTube not worried about boxing. They worry about everything on their platform. It's their platform. That's just like you saying you're not worried about what's going on upstairs in your house. No. I gotta start ignoring her too. She be making them she could be a plant for real. Just to be 100 with y'all. You saying YouTube not worried about boxing? Man, please. YouTube ain't been the same since they had that debate between Trump and Hillary Clinton on YouTube. So obviously, I know more about what's going on outside of boxing too. So this ain't just no YouTube thing. It's an internet thing. People get flagged on TikTok, Instagram. Obviously, do you have you must not be no creator on YouTube or any platforms on social media. Or you might just say whatever they want you to say. It looked like you say a whole bunch of headlines, so they're not really in fear of what you would say, or most of these other people. Most of these other people. You know. I know people that have been on the internet 20 years and now they starting to say, oh man, I didn't know that was true. The truth is starting to come out. Bro, the internet, it been on most of this stuff been on the internet for years. Y'all just didn't believe it. The truth been out. I hate when people say the truth starting to come out. No, the truth is getting put in your face. It's a difference. It's a difference. The truth is getting put in your face. The truth ain't coming out. It been out. You just choose to listen now. The stuff they talking about now, the same stuff they was talking about 100 years ago. You just choose to listen now. That's it. Just like when people didn't want to listen about Ryan Garcia 2 months ago. I was just on here talking about Ryan Garcia test results or being positive. Oh, let me mess with his live. Oh, he's saying something about Ryan Garcia. Protect, protect, protect. I'm like, geez, let me quit talking about this guy then. Wow, man, he more. I get in more trouble talking about Ryan Garcia than I do Canelo, and that's a fact. Same Ryan Garcia, who's 300 pounds right now. Look how big Ryan Garcia is on this video. And we talking about Devin Haney and Benavidez is a weight bully? What is Lisa talking about? So Devin Haney is a weight bully? Look how big. Can somebody send me a video where Devin Haney is this big? And this is just a couple of days ago. So Ryan Garcia weigh 140. I don't know no man that size that weigh 140. Look how big this guy is, man. Look how big that guy is. He don't got not one ab on his body. Not one ab. And mind you, when you lift your arms up above your head, your abs will show up more when your arms are above your head. This man is a professional boxer. He ain't got not one ab on his stomach. That's one reason why Benavidez is not a weight bully. That's one reason. I will play that Oscar video, but I ain't gonna play it. And then what did Oscar De La Hoya just say? Oscar De La Hoya just said Canelo is so scared of David Benavidez that he paid Munguia and De La Hoya, a guy that he doesn't like, a boatload of money. I said that already. I said if you don't like Munguia, if you don't like De La Hoya, what if you think people said De La Hoya was stealing money from Canelo? If you think De La Hoya is stealing money from Canelo, why would he do another deal with Oscar De La Hoya? He couldn't find another 168. Do y'all know how many guys is out here at 168? But we worried about everything else going on out here. Yeah, man. People don't understand, man. The lies in boxing it's getting old, man. They've been lying about boxing too long. Then I'm hearing the headlines pushed today. Every time somebody want to post a video and put some headlines, they got to say Devin Haney is trash. He gonna get demolished by somebody. Now, what's crazy is when Lomachenko lost his first fight, nobody was running around saying Lomachenko trash. We could have been saying Lomachenko trash because he lost one fight. Technically, I can do that right now because of how people say certain things. I know boxers right now that lost one fight, people say they're trash. I'm not just saying a couple of people or people that don't watch boxing like that. No, it's a ton of people who say a lot of these guys are trash in boxing that only lost one fight. We have guys like Lomachenko that lost 3 fights. We like, nah, Lomachenko's still good. I want to see him against Tank still because I'm a real boxing fan. Canelo went out there trying to challenge himself against Bivol. He lost. Nobody cared. And then for some reason, I don't know why, I thought that he had fought, but I probably was thinking about it backwards. But I didn't know he went right from Billy Joe Saunders to Caleb Plant. Maybe I had got it mixed up, but I knew the fight because I was keeping up with it live. But the Bivol fight was like right around the corner, even though it was next year. And nobody said, man, he's done, man. He ain't the same. Nobody said Canelo not the same because he was only like, what? That was 2 years ago. So he was only 31. So nobody said he was done. But yeah, why Benavidez can't challenge himself like that? Why he can't go up to 75? They acting like if he lose the Bivol, he's done. Why everybody else can go 12 rounds with Bivol, lose? Nobody said Zerto was trash for losing the Bivol. Like, what's going on in Boston? Bivol beat Zerto. It beat Canelo. He beat Joe Smith, and nobody was saying these guys are done or they're not that good. I think Zerto's still good. I think the weight was an issue more than anything. And if you look at him now, he looks like a totally different fighter. And I'm not a super Zerto fan, but I just made some observations, and Zerto was cutting 50 pounds. He was going from 225 to 175. I didn't get on here not one time saying he was a weight bully. I said I put a whole video out talking about weight, Golden Boy fighters and weight. I'm the only guy that's out here that did a whole video talking about weight with the Golden Boy fighters. I said if every Golden Boy fighter moves up, you can look it up. I got the video on here. All you gotta do is type in Golden Boy in my name. I said if every Golden Boy fighter moves up, they will be at their best. And ever since they moved up, Zerto Ramirez moved up to cruiserweight. Now he's a champion. Ryan Garcia moved up. Now he got a win over Oscar Duarte and Devin Haney. Virgil Ortiz is moving up. Now he's about to fight Tim Tszyu. The only person that haven't moved up is like Zepeda. I think Roach is still at 40. So yeah, a couple of those guys still at 40, but yeah, that and Mimic, I put a video up about Kovalev recently. You know, Kovalev English ain't good, but he was saying something about how the weigh-in was. You know, some scales are heavier, so he was trying to make it seem like when he got on the second day weigh-in scale for the rehydration, he was saying like Canelo's scale was possibly heavier, allegedly. But he said he had lost so much weight. He was so much underweight that he was good when he weighed in. He was even though the scale was kind of off. But he was saying that they was trying to make sure that he have a hard time and everything else. And he said it was stupid for people to think that he'll actually win the fight, though. That was pretty crazy when he said that. He said just because he had just fought and he was injured and he had a hard fight with Anthony Yard, which it was a hard fight. Yeah, because he fought Yard. He fought Canelo 2 months after Yard. And his manager, Kovalev's manager, told him not to take the fight. Promoter, I mean. She told him not to take the fight. No, she said cancel the Anthony Yard fight. She said, nah, you got to cancel that Anthony Yard fight. You don't need to take it. We got this Canelo fight coming up. And he was like, nah, I already got my people in Russia. Because, you know, he wasn't doing a lot of homecoming fights. That was a homecoming fight for him. So Kovalev didn't have a lot of homecoming fights. So with that fight, he hadn't fought at home since 2016. And that might have been his hometown he fought in. I'm not sure. But I know he fought in Russia in 2016. So he hadn't fought in Russia in like 3 years. So he took the Yard fight because all his friends was going to be there already. He said it was a big mistake because it was a hard fight. And then he had to get ready for Canelo fight 8 weeks later. So he didn't do much training. He did like more recovery and trying to stay on weight. So he was worried about his weight and recovering most of the time. He didn't really get any training in. And it backfired on him. And like Mimic just said, no rehydration clauses equal a loss. No rehydration clause equal a loss. They know what time it is. I'm just so irritated that fans got low expectations in boxing now. Like, bro, y'all don't understand. Floyd Mayweather, like one of my favorite fighters of all time. I was following Floyd before he even had a belt. You know what I'm saying? Like long before that. But I'm so mad he fought Canelo. Like him fighting Canelo did nothing for boxing. Like people always try to say, well, Canelo fought Triple G. Who cares? We would have already known who Triple G was without Canelo. Canelo ain't brought nothing to the table of boxing. Nothing. He's not gonna leave us with anything. He's not pushing the sport forward right now. He's holding it up. None of these young guys is getting a chance. Like at the end of the day, bro, Floyd fighting him is the only thing that helped boxing because he ain't doing nothing for boxing. And the people who are fans of Canelo, they don't even like Floyd. So they don't appreciate Floyd for giving Canelo a chance anyways. Ungrateful. So yeah, Canelo and his fans and everybody who's associated with him is bad for the sport. They don't want to see nobody else get money. They over here counting Canelo's money. Nobody sitting up here talking about some, well, we don't want to see Mayweather fight Pacquiao. Or Mayweather need $100 million to fight Pacquiao. Like the way these fans are talking, Mayweather fans never talk like this. This is fanboy stuff. When people say fanboy, that word came from Canelo fans. That was made for Canelo fans. Because nobody started talking about who need money and this to fight somebody until when they asked Floyd Mayweather about Manny Pacquiao. He said he got beat by Aaron Morales. I'm making up random statements? Okay. But you like these random statements because you're listening. But when Pacquiao, when they said Floyd need to fight Pacquiao, he said he just got beat up by Aaron Morales. So what I need to get in the ring with him for? When they asked Canelo about Benavidez, oh, I need $200 million. Bro, you just made $30 million fighting sparring partners and Yildirim's and John Riders. Then when somebody ain't want you to, they ain't want to pay you for a small fight or fighting guys who ain't big time fighters, you get mad. You leave Oscar, accuse him of stealing money, but then Oscar's still over there with Ryan Garcia, and he over there with Munguia. Yeah, it's no problem with liking somebody. I mean, I don't like a lot of these boxers either, but Floyd put the sport forward though. You know what I'm saying? Because he still got Canelo hanging around. People's actually bragging about Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But Floyd now, I don't. The way Floyd moving right now, I don't like Floyd at all. So I don't. And it's not about Tank Davis. I heard everybody jumping ship because he said something about Tank Davis. I'll do a live on that tomorrow, but yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. That is right. No. I don't respect him, but I like him in the ring. I don't respect Floyd though. I don't respect Floyd. It's different reasons. Right now, people don't respect Floyd because of the Tank Davis sparring match. But when Devin Haney's sparring match got put out a couple of weeks ago, and then when Floyd was sitting around here making comments after Devin Haney lost, nobody felt like that's a big deal. People treating Tank Davis like he ain't got a family and he ain't a grown man with a beard and almost 30 years old. They acting like he's a kid. Now, when Devin Haney 25 out here trying to fight the best with limited support from the boxing world because people don't like how his dad talk. When Teofimo's dad out here talking just as bad and talking just as much after losses. I'm talking about after losses. So I can expose that real quick. But yeah, people starting to talk about, oh man, I can't believe Floyd put that sparring video out of Tank. I don't respect him. So you gonna cut Floyd off for Tank Davis after all this stuff he been doing? Ryan Garcia done already told y'all he been rolling with Floyd since last year. Now all of a sudden people don't trust Floyd and he a bad guy. Like, so yeah, I agree with you saying. I respect more because you said I never liked it. Cool, I respect that more. So you was probably ahead of what we was on. But the fact that people sit up here and just because Tank said it, I don't like Floyd. Nah, that's coward stuff. I can't. It's so many followers in this world, bro. They gotta wait till somebody else don't like nobody. All these other young fighters sitting around here complaining about how they getting treated. Then people want to wait until somebody else has a situation with Floyd that they like. So if they don't, so let me get this straight now, Mimic. This is how the world goes now. If they don't like you and somebody is mistreating you and doing you wrong, they don't care. But if it's somebody they like and they're getting mistreated by the same person who was bullying you, so if somebody bullying you, Mimic, they don't care about that. But somebody bullying somebody else that they like, oh, I care about that. They doing him wrong. I'm done with him. So that just shows us they don't care about us. These fans be like, man, I don't respect no boxer. I don't respect nothing, but Man, I want some respect out here from these guys on the internet and these YouTube. Man, please. You haven't earned respect. The way I seen Matias get flipped on this week, I can't, bro. Just go look at the comment sections of videos about Matias. Dude, man, get disrespected so much. Yeah, that stuff he said about Benavidez is crazy. Benavidez, Terrence Crawford need to fight Benavidez. I'm like, Terrence Crawford need to fight Benavidez. They're not even the same weight class. I'm like, what is this dude talking about? I'm like, why would Terrence Crawford want to fight Benavidez? And he's already older. What? Still sounds the same, man. That's what got Adrian Bronner messed up. I tried to explain to everybody that. Oh, you need to go up 2 or 3 weight classes. Adrian Bronner probably was like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Now, what if Terrence Crawford would have been like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'll fight Benavidez. Like, come on. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, Oscar was putting them hands on him. Yeah. But I'm gonna be real with you though, Mimic. Canelo becoming worse than what Floyd is. He becoming worse than what Floyd is. Nah, he don't want it to. That's what that whole Munguia situation about. That's why he told Canelo to go out there and beat Munguia. Munguia was gonna be 50-0, man. Y'all can go check out Munguia's record right now and see how close Munguia was to 50-0. But yeah, he shut all that down. He shut that down. He canceled that 50-0. Yeah, he shut that down. People don't understand that. They worry about what Benavidez ain't doing. And you got guys out here trying to take people undefeated records away, teaming up. That's all that's about. That's definitely what that's about. That's probably why they did that fight with Triple G. Triple G too close to being undefeated. They don't like these guys being undefeated, man. They don't like it. Man, they do not like these guys being undefeated. Y'all might think they like that stuff. They don't like it. They want to see Usyk lose so bad. Oh man. They wanted to give Tyson Fury that last fight so bad. Just think about it. They actually thought about it. Like, maybe Fury did win. Like, they don't want to see these guys undefeated. Sending Munguia on a mission to fight Canelo. Thinking John Ryder fight. See, Canelo knew what was up, man. Everybody didn't understand Canelo was hurt during that John Ryder fight, but they found out now. They definitely found out. But yeah, man, it's getting late in the day, man. I'm gonna have to get up out of here. But yeah, I'm gonna be back on here tomorrow, man. I gotta drop some more news, some stories. But I'm gonna end up talking about the Floyd situation tomorrow. But yeah, I had to get over this Canelo situation because yeah, man, it's getting exposed out here, man. If the fans don't sit around here and actually start telling the truth soon, like the kids that's gonna start watching boxing 10 years from now, they're gonna be like, man, Canelo wasn't that good. He ain't fighting nobody. Or it might be worse. They're gonna say, why Canelo ain't fight Tank? You know, it's gonna be fans like that because it seems like boxing fans is getting worse day by day. So oh, you said about KO? Man. Yeah, I might change my pick. Yeah, but the fans gotta clean it up, man. If they don't, guys like Benavidez, but what I don't like about boxing right now is, and people don't understand that because they don't look ahead, but they got pressure on the young guys more than they do the older guys. So Devin Haney and Tank, they're around the same weight class. They was at 35, the same weight class. Oh no, no, no. No, you just helped me fix the recipe. It wasn't cooking. You helped me bake the cake, but we had to cook it together. But yeah, I'm gonna see you later on. Appreciate you for coming through. See, everybody said I was emotional. You see how they lied on me? They don't like how I say these facts. That's what it is. But yeah, I've never ran on guys YouTubes and like left 1,000 comments about videos and stuff like that. Like, oh man, I can't believe they said these guys. Like, nah. But yeah, I'm gonna end up talking about that stuff tomorrow about Floyd and everything else. It's a lot of news coming out, man. I'm telling y'all, it's a lot of news coming out. It's definitely a lot of news coming out. But the pressure on Canelo right now, Canelo got 2 more days to figure out if he gonna fight this William Skull guy. And a lot of people don't really care, man. A lot of people don't care. They're trying to put the pressure on Benavidez, but he said he'll fight already. Like, how many times we gonna ask Benavidez who he want to fight? Or is he gonna fight this guy? You know what I'm saying? That's what he's laughing. It's gonna be hard for these guys to kind of go on the next couple of years and try to blame Benavidez for what's going on with Canelo. Yeah, she cool. She cool. Yeah, she cool. I'm gonna see her back again. Next time I was giving her a rough time. You seen how everybody else left and she stuck around. Yeah, man. These guys don't know what. Yeah, she has some good points though. She know what she's talking about. But I'm gonna holler at y'all later on tomorrow. Appreciate you for coming through.